What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tino here. As we're going back into the time machine as we did on Tuesday, we watched WrestleMania 5 as we saw another great WrestleMania as we are on our way to Philadelphia, WrestleMania 40, main event, hopefully Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes for the Universal title. We'll see how that happens. We'll see if that goes, and we'll see what happens from now until WrestleMania. But today, guys, we're in the time machine, and we're going to WrestleMania 6. It is the Ultimate Warrior. It is Hulk Hogan. Fun fact I found out last night that I actually forgot about, that this is the one that the Rated R superstar, Edge, he was in attendance at the show. So there's a little fun fact for you. But guys, we're not doing this one alone. That's good. You know, it's been okay doing them alone, but I like having guests on the show. So we're going to have a guest here on the show, and we've been hyping it up all week from Above the Ring podcast, from Bedlam Media. It's our guy, Sam, coming on, making his debut on Tino's Time. We had Scott on last year, but that's okay. We got the better guy, right? We got Sam. Sam, you're better than Scott, right?
I can't, if I want to start something, I
Listen, we're trying to start a fight night.
We're only here to watch one fight, and that's the Ultimate Challenge from 1990's WrestleMania 6.
So was it 1990 or was it 1991?
It is 1990. 91 was, and just, I know that's going to be the next one. 91 was Hogan taking on Sergeant Slaughter during the Desert Storm conflict.
Okay, so is that the one he comes out with the flag?
Yes.
Okay. See, yesterday on Tuesday when we watched WrestleMania 5, I'm like, is this the one where he comes out in the flag? But okay, that makes sense, because wasn't Sergeant Slaughter like the big because like I said before we started recording, I haven't watched any of these. So was he like the
This is Sergeant Slaughter teamed up with the Iron Sheik and became a Saddam Hussein sympathizer.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. See, I can't even say Hassam. Like I said, as I said, I can't pronounce words sometimes. But that guy.
Yeah. So, but we're not here for that. We're here for this one. This is a personal favorite of mine. There's something about this one as we get ready to hit start. To me, when I think about like a classic Mania and what Mania feels like, this is it. This is Mania.
So that's the biggest thing I've seen is like as I've went through the evolution from watching like the first one with the Three Bearded Bastards and Lamar, and then having and going through it just like one by one. It's crazy to see like the evolution of like the entrances and how like they didn't have entrances at WrestleMania 1 and like it's so crazy. So does this one kind of start feeling like the spectacle, I guess I should say?
Yes. I mean, keep in mind, prior to this, WrestleMania 3 was at the Pontiac Silverdome over in Detroit. Yeah. This one's at the Sky Dome in Toronto. So you go from doing these, Madison Square Garden, you did, the 3 locations at 2, 4, and 5 are in smaller venues. You're back in the stadium.
Yeah. Okay. So is Trump Plaza not that big?
I don't know. I know it was like more like in a...
I forgot to look at the attendance when I watched those two, but I forgot, like, I don't think it, because, but, yeah. So it's in Toronto. Which stadium did you say it's at?
The Sky Dome. This is
Sky
where
Dome.
I believe 17 or 18 happened.
Okay. So so that, and it's so funny as I watch these two, and then I go back and like right now I'm watching the ones I did last year. I'm rewatching those because I'm lame. So like I'm on WrestleMania like 25, I think I'm on. But it's just so funny, like if they watch it and then like watching WrestleMania 23, and then they started with WrestleMania 3. So just it's very interesting to see how far they've come. But in this match and in this pay-per-view, I just want to name a few other matches in case people have not seen this. We do have Ultimate Warrior taking on Hulk Hogan, as we said. We got Rick Rude taking on Jimmy Snuka. We got Big Boss Man taking on Hakeem. Ted DiBiase is back. Jim Duggan. We got Dusty Rhodes. We got the Hart Foundation. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to go through all the matches. There are 15 matches. But the one thing good about, and the one thing I will say that I've noticed is a lot of these matches aren't that long. Like the matches, like now, like we see like 12, 13, 20-minute matches. These are like 4 to like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and there is a squash in there, which the first time I watched this, I didn't look at Wikipedia, so I just threw it on, and then all of a sudden the match was over, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. What? That happened?
He said, wait a second.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, so while we are going to press play if you want to join us In and on the show, I'm at 48 seconds. Did you start it
I'm
yet?
just grabbing it right now.
Okay, I'll just go back then.
There it is, WrestleMania.
Let
39
me know when you
seasons.
press play.
And
Do you
while
have ads too?
where is it? 6. There we go. As we press play, just so you guys know, ATR will be in attendance at 40 this year. So
Bet. Really now? Hey now. That's cool.
Right,
Did you guys already get your tickets?
Sorry, what?
Did you guys already get your tickets?
Oh yeah, wait, tickets, flights booked, hotel.
See, that's how you're supposed to do it. I've been telling Lamar, the guy that joins me for all the watch-alongs, like Raw and SmackDown. I've been telling him, like, bro, why are you still waiting? Like, you wait too long. I'm like, this is like, you shouldn't wait this long.
All right, I'm good to go. Where are you at, Tino?
I was just waiting for you to press play. So let me know whenever you press play, and then I will press play.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. No. Make sure it's not too loud. I don't want you yelled at by YouTube. Goddamn YouTube, you know. Oh, he's yelling at me.
I should have grabbed some headphones then. Now I'm thinking about it, but whatever.
That's okay. You don't need headphones.
Are you doing this through? I'm assuming you're watching through Peacock, right?
Yeah.
All right. Just want to make sure. I didn't want to be like, oh, he's watching it. You know, he has it, so I'm gonna get.
Oh yeah, no. The only one I have on DVD is 24, and I recently just found that. And once I found out that they were no longer making DVDs, I wanted to buy some, and now I can't find any besides like a few that are at one of my local stores. But I don't know.
Yeah, these are some. You know, we'll probably chat while this is going. These are some that, especially with them no longer having or offering DVDs, and even with them editing stuff, you know, they've been heavily editing the Attitude Era stuff. This one actually might be edited because the Piper match, he's taking on Bad News Brown, and half of him is painted black.
So have you watched like the DVD version of this one?
No, I watched it before they were editing it though.
So what? Wait. Where are they editing? What are they doing now? Editing what? Don't be rude, bro. I've been afraid. Like I went back and watched WrestleMania 17. I'm like, I swear to God, if they remove the Hulk Hogan and or not 17, 19 with Hogan and McMahon, I know what like happened. I'm like, I swear, if they remove these matches, I'm gonna be like, this is bullcrap. Or like Shawn and him at 22. They're just gonna like exit, just make us forget that match never happened, even though I watched it for 20 years.
Yeah, so one of the Rowdy Piper matches.
So you said he faces Bad News Brown?
He's brown, and he has half his face is painted black.
Interesting. Okay.
Now, I'm just seeing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Jadis. Jadis, how many more days you got to keep that name?
Sorry, was that for me or are we in the chat?
No, I'm in the chat. One of I don't know if you've ever have Jadis Young in your chat. I'm sure you have because he's a pain in the butt. But he decided to be a funny guy and change his name 4 times, so he couldn't change his day for 17 days. So now he has been Elvis adopted for the last 7 days.
That's funny.
Yeah. So every time he comes in, it shows up Elvis adopted. So I'm like, what's up, Elvis? Elvis is my roommate's dog's name that comes down here every once in a while. Like a participant of the channel, you know. I got to entertain myself sometimes. Those Raw and SmackDowns, bro, especially Raw.
Well, it must be better now with the powers that be are changing.
Yes. Oh, it's definitely been a lot better. Football helped with it. Monday Night Football definitely helped. It's still a little slow, but it's definitely a lot better. The 3 hours at least flow semi better. But man, for a minute there, it was dragging. Let's see if we can spot Adam Copeland.
Isn't Christian here with him too? Or was it just Adam Copeland?
I think it was just Adam, but I could be wrong. But every time like he spoke about it, I think he just said himself. But I feel like they might have because they were friends at this time.
No, that's the thing.
Howard Finkel throughout the years, just seeing him grow like the last like 6 years throughout these WrestleManias is so crazy. Like it just like, and then like I said, I'm rewatching like I rewatched 16 through whatever as far as I can get until WrestleMania this year, and I'm on 20 like I said 25 and just seeing like how bad it's gotten and see like how or even like Bobby the Brain, like it just like it's so depressing to see how some of these guys just age so poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got the Birdman. Imagine.
Beware.
Bro, I'd be so scared of that bird if I don't know. I hate birds like that. Like my grandma had a bird, and I was like afraid, and it would like I would walk in the house and start talking, and I'm just like, nah, none of that.
So it's funny you bring that up because I don't have a problem with birds. My thing, I don't like snakes. So when Jake the Snake would come out with the python, could you imagine being front row and somebody drops a python in the middle of the ring?
Nah, I was sitting here watching it like he was on the one on WrestleMania 5. And I was like sitting there. I'm like this with my legs. I'm like, I don't like, nah. I hate all of it. Nah, I don't like animals like that. Leave me alone. Only two animals I can handle with tails are dogs and cats. Oh.
I think Rick Martel. That wouldn't even.
So the first match, guys, we got Rick Martel taking on Coco. Beware, Coco, beware.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me that wants them to bring back these little carts.
Honestly, I think it would be cool, like in a different way for like, you know, especially for like the way they would do it, like they would have like, you remember like the 1 year Undertaker went like halfway through, or like they like turned the camera angle and Big Show was like coming out on a cart, like the one Royal Rumble and stuff.
Yep.
Like I feel like that would be so cool because it would be like a different way, like you know what I mean, like you'd see like Seth doing his dance, or you could see stuff like that. They could all. Logan drinking a Prime. I'm sure that, you know, everybody loves that.
Well, it's also nice because what they do is not only are they being trekked out on a cart because it's a big venue, but it's elevated so people can see them. So it's not like, you know, so I don't know. I think the little things,
yeah.
You know.
Shit, just like the video game, bro. Like, I don't need perfect, but just these little things that they're adding this year, like the few match types and stuff. Like, that's all I need. Like, I wish they would just do that with the video game, just update it a little. Like, we don't need nothing like crazy. But no, they want to charge us $140 a year. Are you getting the video game?
I've debated it. My thing is, like, I haven't been playing a lot of games.
Gotcha.
I do a lot of reading right now, and again, with you know, we have Above the Ring we've been working on. I just started, obviously, as you guys see, we brought back Bedlam Media. That's our podcast or our media network. I do a solo podcast, Uncle Sam's Static Kaleidoscope. You probably see the logo all over the place. You know, I just talk about anything that's not wrestling on there. So 20 minutes tops.
If you need a break from wrestling, is what he's saying. We talk a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, no, I like to cover, you know, like I do a lot of reading. You know, I follow the news a lot. You know, I'm a big movie buff. So, you know, it just gives me 20 minutes. I take a topic and I just run with it. So,
what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? Man, that's a good question. It might be A Clockwork Orange.
A what?
A Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick, 1971.
Oh, yeah, no, I've never seen that.
Never seen A Clockwork Orange? Man.
No. Man, listen. I've watched a lot. Huh?
What's yours? I'm just kind of curious.
Billy Madison.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah. Like I'm like early 90s. Like that's the farthest I think I've ever went back. Like I've tried to. I think the oldest movies I've ever watched is like my grandma and my grandpa used to have like the Alba and Costello, like Frankenstein and Mummies and like all of those. Like I loved watching those. That was like as far as it went.
Yeah, I also love the Abbott and Costellos. I had younger parents, so we watched a lot of older stuff, but we also, you know, we kind of kept up with everything as we got older. You know, I'm one of four, you know, and I'm going to be 33 in a couple months.
Oh yeah,
I'm not like so old, but you know, I was on that cusp where I can go back. I love watching older films. It's kind of like watching these Manias.
Yeah.
They're not the most technically impressive.
No.
But there's something about them that still makes them look, I don't know, there's something about like these camera angles, the way they fall, the builds are different. You know, they're all a lot bigger.
Yeah, and I think like the biggest thing too is it's like seeing like you could see like where like some of like the guys like okay like Triple H or like Undertaker or whatever because like we'll see Undertaker in a few years. I think he makes his debut at 8 or whatever. But like they were watching these or like when I was watching 25 and they did that intro and they're like, well, my favorite match was Andre the Giant, and it's like as I watched them, I'm like, damn, like Cena sitting at home watching this as a kid, you know. So it's just like it's crazy to think about like this is what they were watching, so like that's kind of why I kind of enjoy it because it's like I feel like I'm watching it with them in a way. I don't know, I'm weird because
No,
I've never been able to like sit down and watch these. I don't know, I've always been like I think the furthest I ever went was like 14, and I was just like, you know, I'm like I think I need to sit down and actually watch these, and then just like, you know, so but they've been good. It makes sense. But I think if I would have watched them like when I was a little younger or like a few years ago, I just wouldn't have understood it. I don't know. My brain is like developed a lot better the last few years for some reason. That like I feel there's times where I understand things a lot more, and I'm like, oh, like why did this take so long for me to understand?
It's that's just a getting older kind of thing. So when I was younger, I grew up on a farm, and I didn't care to do any of the farm stuff. Yeah, I had my animal. We had animals. We had vegetables. We had gardens and whatnot. I didn't care to do it, and for a long time, almost all through my 20s, I didn't want to ever do that again. Like I said, where I am now in life, I sit there. I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind having chickens, pigs, a couple of gardens. Something about it. Something changes in your brain. You'll never understand it. It's just time, and you're like,
It's
okay.
weird, right? Like it's like everything clicks too, or like there's things like I think about, like I thought it would be a lot of work or whatever, and it's like I finally hit it, and I'm like, it's not that it's harder. Like I figure like something like clicks in your head, and it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah, you just do things or figure things out, and then you're, cool. You can just do it the rest of your life. Like, oh, couldn't believe it was that difficult.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike, like like it's like those types of things where it's like there's times where like I don't do anything for a while, and I start doing it, I'm like, oh, okay, it's easy again.
I would relate it. People say bicycle. I would relate it to driving manual. I remember when I was in my early 20s, my father bought a manual Honda Accord. And
Okay.
he's like, you guys are all going to learn. And we're like, I always wanted to, but I'm like, oh, that sounds like, don't just hit the gas. And then my father had like every weekend we go out and drive around, teach you how to use the clutch. He parked it on a hill, so he learned how to use the clutch and the gas. So now if I go, I hopped in, I don't know, somebody's car and it was manual transmission. Just like, boom, go. No problem.
Man. Oh, cars. I hate cars. That's all I gotta say about cars. Stress me out. I hate them so much. I know nothing about them. Everybody, every time I go somewhere, they take me. They try to take me my money. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I just drive. Just put it in drive and go. That's the best I got.
I'm not a car guy, but I'm definitely a driver. I like getting.
And Rick Martel just gets the dub. It's also so hard to tell when some of these matches are over. Like there's been a way, like you said, like that squash match. You said you like looked away and it's over. Like there's been a few times I've done that. I'm like, who the hell won? Like I don't even know. They didn't even like announce it. Nobody celebrated. They like walked out of the ring. The next match we got is Bobby the Brain Heenan Bobby the Brain is with how do you say it's Andre the Giant and Haku taking on Demolition. How do you say that tag? Is it Colossal Connection?
Colossal Connection?
Oh, okay, that's how you say it. The Colossal Connection. He said it.
Yeah, Haiku. I believe that's Tama Tonga's dad.
Who?
I believe the great Haiku. Yeah, I'm like having a stroke right here. The great Haiku that's there. I believe that's Tama Tonga's dad.
Oh, okay.
If you don't watch New Japan, he was a founding member of Bullet Club.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about. I do watch some in New Japan, but like there's just so much on that I try to give myself like not time to watch wrestling. But then I find myself watching it, and then it's like because people like tell me all the time about TNA, and it's like I'll look at it or I'll watch stuff of it, but I always forget it's on, and I have like other shows I watch, like I watch up to Law and Orders or like all that nonsense or.
It's funny you mentioned that. I'm the same way. I'm you know, everyone's like, you gotta watch TNA, you gotta watch All Japan, you gotta watch Dragon Gate, you gotta watch Noah, you gotta
There's
watch
so many, bro. Like, I just can't. Oh, nah. That's why, like, people ask me, they're like, "Will you cover it?" I'm like, "Nope." I'm like, I will watch it maybe, but you're like, shit. I kind of want to just stick to WWE now. The AEW, like, I don't mind it. I don't mind watching it, but it just like, I don't know.
No, it's understandable. I'm kind of like, there is a lot, and especially when you're trying to do other things. Oh, you just need a breather because, you know,
Yeah,
you do put a lot of time in.
yeah.
And
that's just the thing. It just, you know, and like wrestling, like at least like with football and baseball, they give a little break. Like I kind of wish wrestling had like at least like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Shit, just no wrestling for like 2 weeks, like a Christmas vacation.
so it's funny. So New Japan, they do a lot of shows, they do a lot of tours, but then like they'll have like 2 weeks where they're not doing anything, or like the end of the year, they'll have like nothing going on.
Is that why they don't have like show? Like, okay, so that makes sense then. Okay, because I always wondered like why they did do that, and that'd probably be like a good time to catch up on everything.
Yeah, they don't actually do a weekly show. They'll do like tours, or they'll do tournaments.
Because they don't have a like a TV station, right?
I don't know the TV deal over there, but I mean, with streaming, who needs TV anymore? Honestly,
I mean that's very true. I mean, sure, we're gonna have to start paying. I don't know. I don't have Netflix, so the fact that I have to start paying for Netflix now annoys me because I like Peacock because it has other shows I actually watch. But like Netflix, I don't really watch anything on Netflix besides like 2 shows a year. Speaking of the Ethan, we got Ethan in the house right now. What's up, Ethan? Thank you for stopping by, bro. We appreciate you.
yeah, Ethan, I pay attention. Don't worry. It's Samurai TV on Japan. Thank you, Ethan. See. Coming in with the big hits.
Ethan, see? I invited all 3 of you. So if Scott didn't tell you, Sam didn't, I invited all 3 of you. So, Ethan, appreciate you, bro.
All right. So if I'm not mistaken, this has to be one of his last Manias.
Andre?
Yeah.
Okay, so I said that on Tuesday. I can see the decline of Andre. And it's like it's kind of sad. Like I'm thinking about like watching somebody like watch it as a kid, like just the decline that he's made from WrestleMania, like just the first one that he competed on, to like just as the years go on, it just. So when is his last one? 9, 8?
He died in 93, and that would have been
10.
93 would have been 9. So I'm actually, hold on, I'm looking it up right now. So Andre the Giant was there when Big Boss Man won the IC title in 8.
Okay, so then it was 9.
7. Let's see, 8. It might have been 7. Let me double check.
Ethan, what you got going on today, bro?
Okay, so it had to be 7 because I'm reading here. He actually died in January of 93, so that was before 9.
Oh.
He wasn't at 8, so.
Okay.
As you can see here, watch how he's like.
Does he not get in the match too much? Is that why they did a tag team match?
Yes.
Okay.
Because even when he was filming Princess Bride in 86, 87, he's rough.
Yeah, okay. Princess Bride. Elvis wants to know if you watch football.
I do watch football. I don't get to watch it as much. I'm not going to say who my team is because it's going to get a lot of people upset.
Is it the Cowboys?
What?
Is it the Cowboys?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you've been watching football the last 20-something years, you'll be upset.
Oh, so a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Rates New England guys. So
it's okay.
No, I don't brag about it.
You're one of us now. It's okay.
Yeah, back in the bottom, guys.
It's okay. One of us. One of us. One of us.
It's funny. Scott will talk about when he was younger. He's a little
Oh,
older than I am.
Scott.
You know, dude, you say the Jets. I was hoping that Aaron hung around and kind of put in the face of Green Bay this season. I was hoping you guys were gonna go all the way. And that first game, I was like, oh, geez. I felt bad for you guys.
Elvis is an Eagles fan.
Oh, Jet. Oh, he's an Eagles fan. I thought he said Jets. Sorry, Eagles.
No,
fan.
he did say Jets. I think he was asking you what you thought about the Jets. So what you gave was good. But yeah.
Yeah. I hope so. We need a quarterback.
Shit. They're probably going to take Justin Fields. They're going to trade for Fields. Is what's going to happen. I could see it.
Ethan said he's more than happy to hop on. You send him the link.
If you want to send him the link, go ahead.
Right, let me see.
Damn, Scott. He probably didn't even tell Ethan. Where's Scott at? Is he in like Mexico or something? He better be somewhere nice.
Yeah, he's in London. He's in London for a wedding.
He's getting married?
No. Nope.
I was like, damn, no invite? Shit, we should all be in London right now. What you mean? We shouldn't be watching WrestleMania.
No, I told him he should be scouting for us. So when we decide to go to All In one year, if they continue to do it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Well, you should have fun in WrestleMania, though, man. Is this your first WrestleMania?
Second.
What other one did you go to?
I went to 33.
Okay. Troll?
I think 33 had one of the coolest stages with the lights looking like a roller coaster in Orlando.
One of my favorites.
There weren't too many surprises, but I can tell you the pop for when the Hardy Boys returned.
We rewatched it last year, and it still gives me chills. I still get chills like just watching it on Netflix, on Peacock.
I was in line for food because I walked away. I forgot what match was. I had food, so I was sitting there waiting for food. All of a sudden, you hear the whole building. I thought the building exploded. Like,
did it shake?
Oh, it shook. It rattled. It was. I've never been to a show since that's had. Even I was at the Royal Rumble back last month.
Oh, okay.
Everything that was going on there was not as loud as that moment.
Oh my god, one of those. See, I was at Survivor Series for Punk, so like that's kind of like I've never just seen so many people go like so insane in just one moment. Like I had the expectation that he wasn't going to show up, so when it actually did happen, I was just like, oh my god, like this man actually came back.
I always have because there's so many rumors, and I did this all when Punk was supposed to come back to AEW the first time. I was just like, I can't feed into rumors. I will when it happens, I will believe it. But we're not sitting here talking about what might happen.
Big facts. And that's the thing. I just that's why I always tell everybody, I'm like, don't get your expectations too high, because then like if something happens, like when The Rock came back at the first SmackDown, not the SmackDown that he came out and made that stupid promo. Like when Cena returned that Money in the Bank, and when there's big surprises, it's like, or like the Punk. I told everybody all week, I was like, I have no expectations. I was live on Friday night after SmackDown. I got no expectations. And until he actually showed up, I'm like, because when it happens, it's one of those moments that, that's why it just that's why everybody's getting upset about The Rock, Roman, triple threat, tag team, whatever. They're going to do what they want. And people are still going to enjoy it. People are still going to watch it. It is what it is. Why are we going to I just try not to worry about it. I give my opinion on it, but they don't. I mean, unless I start the "We Want Cody" chants again. I mean, shit. Is that all it takes? Is just put one thing out there, and it's
That's another thing. Anyone can say anything, and even with, I don't like to cover a lot of rumors. I don't like to see. Everyone gets upset with Dave Meltzer. Oh, he's lying. He's making stuff up. I can tell people bullshit.
Yeah.
Tell them to feed people bullshit.
Exactly.
To make them look bad. So, I try to. Yeah, you get it. You get it. I don't have to explain it.
I get it. I completely understand.
This final prediction of what Roman and Rock will say tomorrow.
Are you asking both of us or him or me? Who are you asking, Jadis?
I'd assume he's asking you because I actually have not watched. I'm like in and out of WWE right now. Like we talked about, keeping track of everything.
Yeah. No, I feel you. And I definitely get that. What do I think? I mean, they're probably going to come out, maybe say they're going to defend their family honor. We'll probably see Cody come out. Maybe Cody will get a bitch slap on Roman or on The Rock. And then we'll move on to Monday Night Raw and continue our way to 3 a.m. on Saturday, guys. So excited. Well, yeah, no, I don't know if we'll see too much, and I do believe it will be at the end of the show because they're going to want to keep people there all night long for SmackDown. Because if you put Rock and Roman on first, everybody's going to leave and everybody's going to go watch whatever else after.
Yeah, you want to keep those big surprises.
Yeah. So they'll probably start with the qualifying match, they'll probably start with one of the women's qualifying matches. So since you are not watching WWE, like kind of in and out, you're not waking up at 3 a.m. Next Saturday? Or what time would it be? It would be 4 a.m. for you.
Yeah, I mean, I might be. I've been hitting the gym. It's funny. The reason I asked you to do this
early, hitting the you building those ads? You trying to get in summer body shape?
No, I'm trying to get into. Dude, I moved to Tampa, so like I don't. Summer body, it's all year body down here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
But no, I just like routine. So I'm up at 5. I'm at the gym like almost immediately, before work.
Oh, okay. What kind of like workouts do you do? Like, is it like one day legs, one day? I don't know. I see like all like the people like I work out, but I don't like do like leg day or arm day or like
I try to be a little more consistent. So, I'm not like a gym expert, so don't take my, what I do as like God. But like what I'll do is like I do have a leg day, but I'll mix that with abs. I will do my chest and my triceps because anytime you generally work your triceps or your chest, you're working the other. So yeah, people will work arms together, but it's like, okay, if you're like benching, you're working your chest, but what's pushing is your triceps.
Okay.
Back and buys when you're like doing a row, you're working your back, but what's pulling your biceps. So it's kind of like that's how I break it up.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. See, because like I don't know if you've ever noticed or if I ever told you or I don't know if like maybe Scott did or not, but I have cerebral palsy. So I actually
I didn't mention that. No.
Yeah, so I have like there's certain things I can't use with my left hand, so like I just have to do like certain workouts, or there's just certain things I can and cannot do. So I always try to learn or try to figure out different things because I try to work out. There's just certain things I can and cannot do. So I got like an elliptical.
Yeah, I mean,
or like stationary bike. That's what I do. That's what I use.
What? And there we go. We got our new tag champs, Demolition.
Oh, sure. Demolition wins, and Andre about to beat Bobby the Brain.
This was, I believe, their third run. This is not the big one. The big one happened, I think, in like '88 or something, where they had it for like 478 days.
What, Demolition?
Yeah, they were the ones that had the record before, and the New Day beat it.
That's the record New Day beat. See, I was today's years old when I learned that. I didn't know that's who that was. I'm dead.
Mm-hmm. And one of them.
That's funny.
One of them had a career outside of Demolition too, and I don't know if anyone in the chat knows. Ethan, what if he's
We got 10 people here. Maybe one of them did. Do you want me to send the link to Ethan, or did you send the link to Ethan?
He said, "Did you join through Facebook or YouTube?" I told him YouTube. So
oh, okay.
I think he's trying to sign in.
Oh, okay. No, I just didn't know if you did. I was gonna make sure just before I forget. I do that sometimes. I'll forget, and then like an hour will pass. I'll be like, "Oh shit!" You remember? Bobby the Brain getting the butt kicked.
But yeah, I was gonna say, as long as you're working out, you're moving, you're trying to keep your body active. That's what's important, I think.
Yeah. Even if you I do Uber Eats for work, and like one of the jobs I do, I guess I should say, because I have like 4 different things I do. But Uber Eats, and I'm walking in and out of my car, so it's like I don't like work out every day, but at least with that I'm like getting in and out. I'm walking around like the mall, or I got to walk around like whatever the hell restaurant I'm at, or buildings or whatever. So I get my steps in some days, because there are some days I'm just lazy. I just don't want to. But then there's days where I say I'm going to be lazy, and then I'm like, okay, I need to do something because I feel like I'm just like, oh. Because at one point I weighed like over like 250 pounds. I ended up losing like it was like 220 or something like that. I ended up losing like 60, 70 pounds, like 6-7 years ago because I got too heavy. So,
yeah. Are you a taller guy or are you?
No, I'm short. I was like short and fat, so they were like, you need to lose some weight. So I'm still not the best, but I'm a lot better. And now that I do know how to work out and have different workouts I can and cannot do, so that helps. So is that why Andre's in the cart is because he can't walk?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of figured, but I was curious.
Where is
tag team match Jadis at WrestleMania would be Saturday. I think Sunday is going to be Roman and Cody night 2. So if they're going to do that tag team match, it will be night 1. Saturday.
Where? No, I'm trying to find this for him.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for the login information for Mr. Ethan over here. Where is it? I don't know where I put it.
I just put everything in my notes. I'm just like, well, I'm like, at least if I forget it, I know where it's at. Oh, no, shit. We got the earthquake, everybody. You guys thought that Braun Strowman was bad. Now you guys thought that Omos was bad. We got earthquake. I also have noticed that Jimmy Hart and Bobby the Brain Heenan managed everybody back then.
Mm-hmm. Or Mr. Fuji was another one who was...
Mr. Fuji. He was just in that tag team match at 5. That was good. That was funny. These guys are just... Wow. This guy needs to relax.
Which one?
Earthquake. Earthquake needs a chill pill, guys. Oh, true. This is like the first. I feel like this is probably the first year that they had like that long of a ramp.
They might have had it in Michigan.
Oh, at 3? Yeah, you know what? Maybe they did. They might have. Yeah.
Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to grab something for. It's funny. We have it in notes, but I have to access it through my computer, so it's like on the side.
Oh, I feel you.
Okay.
And then, all right, now here comes Hercules. In opposition, like not like this. See, imagine like Seth coming out one of those things and like doing this stupid ass dance or whatever. Or shit, give LA Knight a microphone and just have him say yeah the whole time. Yeah. That'd be so funny.
I think he didn't just say that he wanted.
What did he want?
He wanted Usher to do like his theme song.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he said yeah. Oh, man. You know Usher will be at WrestleMania. It's like everybody that goes to the Super Bowl all goes to WrestleMania. Or like they had the Super Bowl in Vegas, and now it seems instead of having it in Minnesota, they're gonna have it in Vegas next year.
It was supposed to be Minnesota.
Yeah, it was. Now apparently it's gonna be Vegas.
Are they gonna
I wanted to go because I live in Chicago, and I'm like, Mom, friends, somebody. I'm like, let's go to WrestleMania. Especially if they have it in the Viking Stadium. They got the hotel connected. They got all that good stuff, you know. So Well, guys, let's get the second half of Above the Ring podcast. ATR, it's our guy, Ethan, making his debut on Tino's Time. What's up, Ethan?
Woohoo, I'm on.
There we go. Hey, like I told Scott, I'm like, invite all of them. I'm like, it's like, tell everybody. I was like, come on. More the merrier. Makes it better. Sometimes I sit here and I talk to myself. I'm like, So how you doing, Ethan?
Pissed off from work.
Man, that's just another day, right?
Every fucking day.
Man, work sucks.
All day, customers are like, I want supervisors.
What do you do for work?
So I work for a call center, and we just run for an American store.
Oh, so that means you just got to listen to annoying people that are angry about their lives or there's something that didn't go their way all day.
I answer agents, and they're like, and they have to answer the pissed off customers. So they're like, I need a supervisor because my delivery got canceled because of weather. I'm like, well, that's not our fucking fault.
Man, people got nothing else better to do but complain and just cry and just like, it's like, come on now.
No offense, you two, but that's Americans.
Yeah, pretty much. Over it.
All right, Ethan, just for reference, we are on like 30, I'm at 34 minutes, give or take.
Okay.
The rest man is 6.
Yeah.
In my native country of Canada.
Country of Canada.
Remember, Adam Copeland was at that one, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I said in the beginning, I'm like, let's try to find, instead of where's Waldo, let's find, where's Adam? I mean, shit.
Are you going to order, Tino, of each WrestleMania, or are you just picking random ones?
I've been trying to go in order, but like if somebody has something to do, I don't mind skipping one, but I preferably to go in order, so then it kind of makes sense. But like last year, I was telling Sam I did 16 through 33. So like this year, I did 1 through 15.
Oh, so you're doing the first half kind of thing.
Yeah, well, last year I did it kind of as like the ones I remembered growing up, and then this year it was like I'm going in a time machine every time because I've never watched anything. Yeah. Because I wasn't alive, I wasn't here. I don't know nothing.
No, I came around WrestleMania 13. I was 2 months old for 13. It was when I was watching the Stone Cold podcast this morning with Bret Hart. And
the talking
from like 3 years or 4 years ago.
Those are still so good though.
Oh fuck! The Taker one's my favorite one.
Oh yeah, I wish he would bring him back. I don't know why he stopped.
I think the last one was Jericho's. I think.
Was it Jericho? Yeah, I think it was. Because that's when he was in AEW.
Oh, yeah. Forbidden Door.
Oh, the Forbidden Door. Do you want the Forbidden Door to open, Ethan?
Oh, fuck. There's too many Forbidden Doors.
He said there's too many. There really is too many.
At some point, from a professional standpoint in a company, you're going to want to be separate because, I mean, you got a brand. You want to make sure that your brand is the one on top. And there's nothing wrong with that. No, nothing at all.
I like how you were in the comments like, I kind of want to join, but I don't want to be that person.
Why not? I told them to. I was like, invite. Like I said, I was like, send everybody the link, Scott. When I talked to Scott, when I first started asking people, I'm like, because I wanted it, because I only had Scott on last year, so I was like, you
had a problem for 30, didn't you? Was it 30?
I forgot which one it was. I don't know.
Which one of the 30 Manias? I know that. I know it was one of the 30s.
Yeah, it was somewhere. I think you're right because I know I had 31 and 32. I know who I had on, and then 33 I had buzzing with Marlo. He was actually at the show, so it's funny you say that you were at the show too, Sam.
33, I love their staging. That one and 39 are probably my top 2 favorite WrestleMania stagings.
Was the 30? It's only been a year. Oh yeah, I was thinking of Dallas, but that's right. Yeah, no, last year's was really good. I kind of hope they do an intro like they did last year too, with like somebody coming out or like having like The Rock or I don't know. Those just
The Rock's wrestling for fuck's sakes.
You already know he's going to. And no, Jadis, Ethan was not the streaker at the Super Bowl.
No, he wasn't. The guy was in jail, and plus, you don't have red hair like me and Tito. So,
hey, Ginger, hey, GWO unites with me. See, we're finally in the numbers, Ethan. Sam, you're alone.
Yeah,
we need a Baldy. Make it GWO for Baldy World Order.
The BLW, the BLO.
You know what's funny? So Bobby Fish shaved his head bald, and I sent it to Sam. I'm like, Sam, I found your twin.
Yeah, with like an extra foot on him.
Do you think we could get Scott to shave his head?
No, I can't see Scott shaving his head yet.
That'd be so funny.
No, I only did because I pretty much like, I think around 23, because I used to have long hair. I've shown Ethan photos. I'll have to send them to you. You know, just have hair down to my back, and then I cut it, and then like a couple years later, my hair right around here just went whoosh, gone. So,
oh God, yeah, that does not work. And while we're talking, Earthquake picks up the dub as he splashes on Hercules.
How you put Bruce Beefcake, but yet you're talking Earthquake. You're like, oh, now it's Bruce Beefcake, and then you're like, Earthquake wins.
You love to see it, man. I don't know if I'm trying to take that move from Earthquake.
Oh God, no.
Nah.
Did you see the showcase for the 40 years of WrestleMania?
Yeah. So Ethan, do you play video games and stuff like that?
I do.
Okay, so how do you feel about it and everything like that?
I like it. So remember 2K14? They did like a couple matches from each WrestleMania, like the 30 years. So I played 2K14, but at the time I never really liked doing any of the showcases or anything. So I actually never played the 2K14 one. That one if you do have a PS3 or know somebody, if you play that game, you need to. That one's really fun.
Is it?
The hardest one was.
It makes me so mad I don't have my older system still because I had them all: PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. It makes me so mad.
Mine shit the bed. So I got a PS4 now. I still don't got a PS5. I'm behind.
That's okay.
But 2K14, they take like one or two matches from each Mania, and you had to play them. But this year, people were pissed because they're not doing each one from 40. So they're doing right now. They have 21.
Matches. Yeah. And then they have 18 official, and then 3 bonuses.
Oh, they got 3 bonuses, do they?
Yeah, so that's what it adds. So it's 18 total matches, and then 3 bonus matches that added to 21. But the biggest thing is like I was watching some YouTuber, like, and he made a good point. It's like you can't, like 10 years ago, you could have done all those matches, but like now you can't do half of them. Or like, what are they going to do with like Vince when he cost his Stone Cold the match? Oh, The Rock was The Rock.
Oh, at 17.
Yeah, it's 17.
Player, honestly.
Yeah. So
Eddie and Kurt at 20. I love that one.
Oh, that one is so. I love that match. There's some like we're probably also going to get the Rey Mysterio match at 20 because they have his attire in there. I think we're getting Triple H and Daniel Bryan. I don't know if they're doing that, but Triple H 30 is in the game, and he only competed against Daniel Bryan.
Wait, did you say Rey's 20 gear is in there?
Which one?
Rey Mysterio. You said because at 20 he was in that Cruiserweight Open. Remember?
22. Sorry, when he won Chicago when he won the world title, the black attire. Okay, so Brutus keeps these guys. What's with Brutus? Does he actually cut somebody's hair? Like I think he cut somebody's hair at 5. But I just don't know, man. Like we were talking about animals yesterday. If this guy comes around with scissors by me, I'm gonna cut him. Fucking Brutus is crazy ass. It's so funny too. Like throughout the year, seeing some of the names. Like we saw somebody named
Hogan on Twitter.
Oh God, Hulk Hogan. Man.
I got distracted talking. I forgot to put it on. What?
Oops. He said, "Oops."
Oops.
Yeah, so I did not act. Did you guys hear about what happened at the parade? I actually did not. I didn't know it was at the parade. I thought it just happened in Kansas City. Yeah.
The shooting? Yeah, I heard about that.
I just don't. What's wrong with people? That's all I gotta say about that. Stupid people.
I think from what it sounded like, and guys don't correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was gang related.
Of course.
People were, still not acceptable, but
no, and it just gotta be good people out there, man. It's just like you can't. Like I was telling my uncle, me and my uncle went out to lunch. It's like you can't go nowhere. Like you can't even like go get gas or go to the grocery store. Or, like it's just like shit. Like going to McDonald's should not be that complicated. Like you should just be able to go get a coffee, like not have to worry for your life.
Oh yeah,
but
I know.
Next match coming up is Brutus the Beefcake taking on Mr. Perfect. Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, guys. Curtis Axel's dad, if you did not know. Michael McGillicuddy.
Oh God, I remember that. What a name.
What a name. That whole group, Michael McGillicuddy, Skip Sheffield, who else? I know like Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel were a part of those, but I thought there was one more that had like a different name.
Mason Ryan.
Oh, Husky Harris, Bray Wyatt. That's right, Husky Harris. How could I forget?
Batista Jr. was Mason Ryan.
I'm excited too, Ethan, that they're gonna have the Firefly Funhouse match. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, me and Scott were talking about that. We're so pumped for that one.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they do this in order. Do they do it in order of the matches, or do we play like 20 first and then we play like
See, with the Cena one in 23, because I was playing that a month or so ago, and like they went from like he stayed. They went somewhere and then they skipped to like his retro and then they went.
Yeah, with Cena.
Stay in the fucking time range right now.
well, that was like see, because I played Cena's and Ray's. Ray's was the first one I actually sat down and played and beat.
That one was fun.
I'm excited. The one thing I'm wondering though is what superstar are we using? Are we using both? Do we get to choose? Do we how does that work? Because usually they pick for us. You know, like do we play as like John Cena? Do we play as Bray? Do we play as?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that. Because I seen FIFO talking about the list. I was like, okay, because they have 3 matches from last year. Because it's
why?
Cody and Roman.
There's no reason for it.
Well, Cody, it's because Bianca and Rhea are on the deluxe edition, and then Cody's on the standard, so that's why.
That I mean, honestly, I didn't even think about that, but that's a good point. But I don't know, that Asuka and Bianca match, I don't think it deserves to be on there, but that's just me.
I thought that was great last year. That was
like we're gonna get, triple threat action from WrestleMania 20, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and other.
No. Man. Like that's the thing. Like if I go back and try to watch WrestleMania 20 in like 3 years and they X that match out, I'm gonna scream. Because I've watched that match since I was like 14 years old for the last 13 years of my life. I've watched that match every year, and all of a sudden they're going to make it disappear. Like, I don't care. Like, I understand everything that happens, but like that was like my childhood, and like that's like, you know what I mean?
But arguably, that's like one of the best main events for Mania.
Yeah. I watch it every year, and it's still so good every time because I forget, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but they won't. And then like, because we know 17's on there, and then they got Razor and Sean on there for
I wonder if they have Brock and Taker, but they're not promoting it because obviously because I don't think they could take them out of the game.
I think they did take him out actually.
Did they like official? But I don't think they should take them out of the showcase because if they have the showcase built in already, like I don't think you could take them. I don't know. Just very interesting to see. Because I'm very interested to see like what those 3 bonus matches are. Like I don't know what they. That's why I'm saying maybe the Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle, and Randy Orton. But why do we need Kurt Angle that didn't change for 2 years? You know, Kurt Angle 06 and 04. I feel like we don't need that.
I'll find the list what they have. So
yeah, I got the list. I talked about it on one of my shows this week. I went through it all.
I'm glad they're putting Ricky and Brandy in there from 3.
Yeah.
That one's pretty fun. Well, you kind of figure Hogan. That's why when I first seen that commercial, when they did AI Hogan, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck?
Which one was your favorite? Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, or who was the other one that had it?
I think that was the only 2.
Was it the only 2? Though that was so great.
Stone Cold
it was Undertaker. Undertaker had it too. But
that was creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Taker.
Hey, it's beautiful bearded bastards. Hey guys, how we doing? Elvis, I saw your question. Jade and Bianca, I'm curious about because didn't Jade just get pulled from something? The elimination chamber.
She got pulled from the chamber, but what I think's gonna happen, she's gonna cost Bianca. They're gonna set up WrestleMania, just like they did with Logan and Seth. Last year.
Okay, if they don't do a singles, watch this. We're gonna have Team Haas female versus Team Muscle versus Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag titles.
Honestly, that I wouldn't be shocked. Like I said, everybody's gonna be upset, but I think like people like there's like a few people I talked to that like they think Liv Morgan's gonna make it a triple threat match and they're gonna like do this and that. And I just don't think it's gonna happen. You're gonna see like a 4-way tag team match with the Kabuki Warriors, maybe like you said, maybe like Jade and somebody else if they don't do Jade and Bianca, which I think they will, but like we're gonna see the showcase matches like we did last year. We're gonna see 2 fatal 4-way tag team matches.
Those fucking ruled, even though I wasn't a fan of at first when I heard that I was like, oh fuck, here we go. Like 5 minutes. The men's was like Holy shit.
Well, oh, the showcase match.
The men's, yeah,
Yeah.
that one ruled. The women's was, or I mean, fucking Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey fucking took a nap for half the match.
I mean, that's very true.
Actually, sorry, let me not like 99% of the match. The 1% they actually did something.
I know. I mean, shit. All their matches was just like come in, do a couple moves, submission, and tap. And that's about it. That's another one they have on there too. It's that triple threat. They got Ronda, Charlotte, and Bianca, or Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky in the showcase.
Oh, for 35.
Yeah. Why do you, man? Oh man, it makes me so mad. We should have got Kofi Mania. Bull crap that he can't because he's facing the or not the fickle man.
You're gonna get fined for that, Tito.
I don't care.
By making his debut, it's Buddy, my dog.
Huh?
Well, my dog's Buddy.
Hey, there we. Bro, see, I bring my dog out here on all the time.
My other one's staring at me.
That's the same way. I like when I have like Nala in my hand, Elvis will stare at me. Or if I have Elvis in my hand, Nala will stare at me. Yep.
But Buddy's getting at her. She's staring at her. She's like, "What the fuck?"
She's like, "I don't get any love. This is bullcrap."
Oh, she come every time me's got to do a podcast show on the Avengers Day one. She was on there.
Oh, she wants to be a star. She's trying to take over your spotlight, Ethan.
Yeah, I know. Well, she's German Shepherd collie mix, so she's like, nope, German Shepherd's gotta get involved.
Hey, you love to see it. We got last week in wrestling. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for stopping by, bro. I appreciate it.
Listen. Sorry, they said yo. I had to.
I feel you. Listen. How do I like the Final Testament? I'm happy AOP's back, and I've always liked Karrion Kross. I don't care what anybody says. I've always liked him since NXT.
He looks better with the hair.
Do you? I like him better bald. I don't know.
I did like in TNA when he first showed with TNA, he had the Hitman look. No pun intended.
There is no weird dog names, Jadis. You can name your dog whatever you want.
Wait, what?
He asked me what is the weirdest dog name.
Respucious.
What?
Respucious. Not joking. I don't know. It don't matter. I know people who name their dog like Tank and.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Honestly, Tank's a badass dog. Man, I'm not gonna lie.
When we were growing up, my youngest brother, we had a couple of rabbits on the farm, and my mother asked my younger, I don't even think he was 10 yet. She goes, "Okay, Nick, what do you want to name this rabbit?" And he goes, "Skittles." And my mom looks at him and goes, "That's the dumbest rabbit name I've ever heard." And you know what? Skittles stuck for like 5 or 6 years as long as that rabbit did.
Shit. See, I mean, shit. I think that's a pretty cool name. Shoot.
I did one of my old dogs. Her name was Diablo.
Yeah. I think I've heard somebody name their, like, we're talking about candy, Hershey's. I mean, I've seen Twix. I've seen, like, come on, like Snickerdoodles.
My dog's name's Hershey, the German Shepherd one. Her name's Hershey. I didn't name her that. We adopted her. That's her name came with. So people are nicknamed her as a joke as Hershey Bar because Hershey, get it?
Yeah.
Or Hershey, Pennsylvania, and she looked at me like, "What the fuck?"
Well, dogs understand more than we think. Like, I swear, dogs understand. Like, sometimes, like, I think we think dogs are dumb, but dogs are smart.
They're fucking smart.
They are.
You get the occasional one that's not all there, but that doesn't account for all of them.
Oh my god.
What else is gonna be? I forgot actually too that you said that they're gonna. Oh, it's funny. I like how we're watching WrestleMania 6 and Hogan and Warrior is in the showcase.
Is this match in the showcase? See, okay, so like
Hogan and Warrior is.
So I'm kind of happy that kind of happened, and I'm doing it this way. So like I watched 5 on Tuesday, and they have two matches.
Savage is on that one, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm like, so now I know what I have to do. So when I'm sitting here playing it, I'm like, I just watched it. I'm like, so I know, like, there was one match, it's like 5 minutes.
2 from 5 that's on the show.
Yeah. So I'm so happy I'm doing it this way because then it's like, I know because I'm just like, you know, because there's going to be like the Cody and Roman match. It looks like that match it's going to take like 20 minutes because the match is 39 minutes, you know.
So it's funny, like, they started doing this in 2K22. Like, remember the old showcase? They go to a cutscene, they do like the video game part.
Yeah.
But so that what they did the last couple, like Summer Rays, they basically like do a mix of game and
what do they call it? The slingshot motion or something like that.
Like I still call them cutscenes, but it was just like they do a little bit of the real clip and then back to the game to keep going for your mission or objections, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got any pop up.
I wish they would change that, but they obviously won't. But I get why, because it's like you have to do and you have to make it like look like the actual match, you know.
And I like how for WrestleMania 8 they have Brett and Piper, which that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to play. I still have actually never seen Brett and Steve Austin, so I'm excited to play that, and I'm excited to watch it because I've seen that moment of him bleeding profusely.
Yeah,
that's it. So, or like the WrestleMania 12, like I've never seen the Iron Man match. I probably should have before, but like
I have
never like sat down and like I don't know.
You know what's funny? Tino, for 31, they have Orton Rollins from 2015 in the showcase.
So how in the hell am I supposed to do the flying RKO? Because I don't know how the hell to do that.
They'll probably tell you. They'll probably give you like, if you have a PS4, they'll probably be like press triangle for OMG mode. They'll tell you. Don't worry.
I hope so. But that's like the best thing about it because I'm the guy that pauses it every 5 seconds, and like I don't care.
2K, like, you have to do heavy grapple and shit. I'm like, how the fuck? And then they're like square, circle, circle, circle.
I'm like, okay,
here's your answer.
Hey, yeah. You got your answer for the haircut.
I need the tutorial.
By the way, guys, Bruce the Barber Beefcake beat Mr. Perfect, and now he's dragging the genius Lonnie Pope.
I'm a heavy, guys. Whoops.
To the ring.
This is like the Dynamite reviews or the watch-alongs all over again. What happened here? So when we did the Dynamite, well, you probably seen them. Like, fuck me, Scott be ahead, and poor Sam and John would be Sam would be like a couple seconds behind, but John was like super behind, so we had to wait for John to react.
Oh, it's so bad. That's why I try to get in sync as much as possible, but it's also it's a pain in the butt sometimes, especially like for like Raw and SmackDown too.
Yeah, or even like doing something like this. It's not like we can. Unless we're on Discord and we didn't stream it, you know.
Yeah, that's why if YouTube wouldn't be such whatever, we could just put it on the screen and make life so much easier. But no, we can't show nothing. And
yeah, you don't want to get assist and assist.
Blah blah blah.
I wonder, just for your sake, and maybe you've looked it up. I wonder if there's a way where like the people who are on the stream could watch something, but not show the view. Chat.
Yeah, I know. That's why, because when I was doing the Madden stream or the football playoff games, I was playing Madden, so they had something to watch. They would play, they'd be able to watch me play Madden or something, and that's why. I've been trying to figure out different things because I finally got a green screen. I want to get a new camera. I'm just trying to find different ways to do it because it's just because I know more people would be intrigued to more watch it, than just staring at us talking. As much as it's so much.
You guys had the Piper interview yet? Or are you on the video package?
I am at some dude at a piano.
Say where you at? On a piano.
It's funny. I keep playing catch up, and then I end up behind Tino. I don't know what's going on.
The interview with Piper. So I'm not trying to get too ahead. So I'll wait for you guys to get up a little bit.
So I'm exactly 57 minutes.
That's what I'm at too. I'm at Piper with Mean Gene. That's
you have the network.
I have the network, yeah.
Oh, see, I'm on Peacock.
So, Tino, I'm looking. Where we should be is where that Piper match should be.
So did they get rid of it?
I think they cut it.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm not joking.
What?
Are you? See, this is what I mean. See, this is what I'm talking about because it does say here. Yeah, they did. So they did. They cut it because that was.
I'm at the scene. It's because half his body's blackface.
What we'll do, Tino, at some point we'll do a Discord, and I'll make sure I can get the DVDs and watch everything uncut straight through.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
All right, well,
that's what I'm talking about. So you're telling me, okay, but you do that, but the Chris Benoit matches are still on there, or
and the Vince McMahon stuff.
And that's been on there for, huh?
And the Vince McMahon stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that stuff's, I've had Peacock for years, and I watch that WrestleMania, like I said, every year. I go back and I watch, the Royal Rumble every year. But you're literally, taking away history. I get it, but, it also makes sense why this WrestleMania is only 3 hours and 22 minutes now.
Oh, for me, it's showing 3:36 for me.
Yeah.
But because of the Piper and
yeah, so that's exactly what it is. So I guess we will not be watching Roddy Piper and Bad News Brown, guys.
All right, well, I'll
That's lame.
the next match to keep in sync with you guys.
That makes me so mad. I'm sorry. That just pisses me off because it's just like, why?
Yeah, it's not, and it might be. I wonder if it's an NBC Universal thing.
Maybe I don't know.
That's probably what it is. It's probably because of the. Well, I mean, for fuck's sake, they wouldn't let. I lost my thought now.
Editing things until they got off the network.
Man, that was the best thing about the way the WWE Network was set up. It was perfect. Everything was great. There was no reason to change it. Everything was perfect for 6-7 years, and then it's just okay. Well, I won't say that. It took a year to get perfect, but like
I was joking with Sam and Scott there, Tina, or what Scott mostly. I was like about how they lost their stuff to Peacock. I'm like, I still got network, and then when they announced the Netflix deal,
so do you live in Canada?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm an hour ahead. Sam.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm the only Canadian out of this group.
Hey, there you go.
Well, Sam's part Canadian, so he's.
It's so crazy. Like I've learned so much by like there's so many people I've never knew that were in Canada that like I figured out recently, and it's just like okay. Like there's somebody I was watching on YouTube, and he goes, I pay for Canadian. I'm like I'm like true. Like I didn't know you lived in like Canada. I'm like true or Canada.
Canada. You fucked up. Oh, that's
Oops.
funny.
And the Heart Foundation wins just like that. That was quick. Coming up next, Tito Santana and the Barbarian. Maybe we'll see. I don't know if they cut anything else, guys. Probably not, but like,
I actually didn't even think of that. Actually, that they would cut from. But anyway, what I was gonna say was
no, because he said it. Sam said it in the beginning, but I just did not think that they actually cut something. So now it's just like, damn.
I like how the save entrances. They're like, all right, we're gonna ride you down this big American ring rope cart.
Jadis, you're just making me feel old, bro, because you just said the only Canadians I knew were Sammy, KO, and Seth. Great.
Canadian.
Huh?
Yes. No way.
Okay, yeah, Seth is not. KO and Sammy are.
He got 2 out of 3, so I'll give him a pass. He
said 2 out of 3. Who is winning the 3-point competition? I have no idea. I don't watch basketball, Jadis. Why do you ask me basketball questions, bro? I'm gonna try to play basketball for the first time. We're gonna try to play 2K for the first time in a few years on the channel on Sundays. So, see how bad I suck. That's okay though.
I'm on the Santana Barbarian match. Is that what you're?
Well, they just got done promoting WrestleMania 6 or 7 or whatever.
Oh, at the Los Angeles Coliseum or whatever.
Yeah. So is that the one that's all like with like the people like outside and everything? Is that the one with Yoko, or is that 8?
That's 9. 9 is in
that's
in
9.
Vegas.
Tino. That's Vegas. Okay. That's Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace. There. You see. I guess, and I was like that. I kind of wanted it to do this way because I kind of want to like learn like myself and like because like I said I've just never like watched these, so I'm like I said I feel like I'm watching these like it's a WrestleMania every day I watch it. I'm like I feel like I'm getting ready to watch like a WrestleMania. Got to get ready for the 2 nights in Philly.
Okay, well, what is your favorite Manias? Like
my favorite WrestleMania will always be 22, just because it was in Chicago and yeah.
Were you there?
No, I was not there. I wish I was there though.
17's mine, but 22 wasn't too bad.
So my favorite one, other than that, probably like 17 or like. I kind of really enjoy 19 too. I don't know.
19 was good. I like that entrance where it's like a curve, so like you're walking,
yeah,
and then you turn.
That was the one that I just watched it too? Was it Limp Bizkit performed, right?
Yeah,
was that?
That was Seiko Field. I think that one.
Yeah, that too, because I love Seiko Field. Like seeing that transform.
I like the train. I didn't even know because I listened to Brian Zane and he does reviews too, and he did the WrestleMania 19 one I think a couple years ago because that was one he was at, and he's like, "There's in the pictures they're like showing trains." I was like, "There's a fucking train there. What the hell?"
And these baseball stadiums got like Miami. I want to go to Marlins Stadium. They got that hot tub. They got the slide. Like the Brewers got that slide too. Like I don't know. We got Tito Santana though. He's looking young. Tito Santana.
Who?
What about 2K24, Jadis? We got how many days? I think somebody said we got
13, I think, for the standard, and I think, or for the deluxe sword. I think there's a couple days after that, like 16 for the standard. It's not the standard's not too far from the deluxe.
Yeah, I just always buy the WrestleMania 40 or the legendary or legacy, whatever the hell they want to call it for the year, just so I have everything. Because
I got that one, did you?
Yeah. It's the only game I buy full price, or like not full price, but like I actually like buy like that because I don't really like all the other games I play. I don't really need all like the extra coins and all that extra crap. I don't really do all that.
That's the reason I probably would get the deluxe just for that because I really don't want to like because apparently you get the more matches you got to do like all the.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, that's just and that's
Sam, you might turn a light on soon. You're going spooky.
Am I getting dark?
Yeah, what happened to all your lights? I didn't even notice till you said it.
Well, it's still the sun's going down. It's about 6:20 over here. I still got a little bit of sun.
It's been dark for me. It's been dark for me for like an hour.
Oh, true. Oh, the sun was keeping the light. Okay, I got you, bro. The sun lit it up that much. True. Hey, now I need your type of house. That's what I like. Like I like the sun like that. Like I'm in like a bro. See, like I need that.
It's dark for me.
Yeah, see, like that's what I need because like I hate like I'm in the basement and like I hate like I just see walls. Like I need to see outside. Like it drives me insane.
When I worked overnights for a long time and I hated, I worked overnights. I worked in like a freezer, so it was always cold. It was always just dark. I'd come home, the sun's coming up, and then I'm in bed all day with the lights blacked out.
Oof.
So I love the sun. I love having my curtains open, fresh, sunlight coming in.
Fresh air, The Heathen family. Goddamn.
I put mine on mute because I don't know.
Your what?
I put mine on mute, so.
Oh, that's okay. It's weird. I've noticed that like for some, they don't really care about like it's like not even like the background noises like of like the peacock things and stuff. It's like more of like music and stuff like that than anything.
Because sometimes you play video.
Yeah. Well, that too, or like the Limp Bizkit, like when people perform like that is like the biggest thing. Like that's I feel like that's all they care about with like copyright things. Is like I've never had any type of an issue with anything else besides that. Except one time I thought it'd be a great idea to blast the song when I first started. I thought it'd be cool to blast the song.
And copyright strike?
Yeah. I was like, that was dumb. I was like, I don't know why I didn't think about that, but it was like the first like 4 months I was doing it. I was like, I thought this is a great idea. And then they were like, nope.
That you should have did yesterday. You should have did the St. Valentine's Day Massacre pay-per-view.
Oh my God.
Well, that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, that would be that. Honestly, I didn't even think about that.
That was when Big Show debuted.
I finished off the My GM mode for 2K so I could put it away for a few weeks because I'm tired of looking. I need a break before 2K24 comes out.
You know what's funny? I see more people playing 2K than AEW Fight Forever.
I literally have not played Fight Forever, and
I still don't have the fucking game.
Man, you save so much money. I bought the Elite Edition because I thought it'd be smart to do, but no, and it was dumb, and I never play it, and it irritates me.
It's funny they have Swerve. You could download Swerve on there, but
yeah, for $16,
and you could get a beach.
Bullshit. I'm not paying $9 for fucking one superstar though. That's lame.
But it's why when Toni Storm came out, she was right in the middle of her timeless gimmick, right? And they're like, all right, here's Toni Storm, but it's her rock gimmick, rock gimmick.
Yeah, her first gimmick when she first came in.
Yeah, and everybody's like, bro, what the fuck? This is so outdated now.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you're gonna do a game that's not yearly, like you need to be on top because like if they should know how often these superstars change or how like obviously there's some that don't, like John Cena just changes his color of his shirt or whatever, but like people go through, like Sky Blue went through her big transformation, or like LA Knight when he was Max Dupree, and like all of that shit. Like you should know, like if you're gonna do a game like that, update the attires. Like we're not asking for much. It's not that complicated. I just want to play with Swerve or whoever with like I want to play with Brian with his eye patch. Like it's not that complicated shit.
Danielson is so far my wrestler of the year.
Huh?
Danielson's so far my wrestler of the year. Holy shit, the matches he's fucking had.
Man, he is He's incredible.
He's
The
going
fact that it's been 10 years since WrestleMania is sickening. Sickening.
That's insane, actually.
My 10-year anniversary of graduating high school is coming up this year, and I'm just like, this is not.
Mine's next year.
I'm like, nope. I'm like, I'm old. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm like, I hate life.
How old are you?
27.
Okay, we're the same age, but you probably got me beat by a few months.
Yeah. My birthday's May 6th.
Mine's January 15th.
May, baby. Nice.
Huh?
May 17th.
Oh, true.
See, I share a birthday with Preston Fans and Shane McMahon, Martin Luther King, and Kelly Kelly.
He said and Kelly Kelly. Oh, bro, Kelly Kelly #1.
I did. I was like, hey, yeah, Preston Fans for AEW.
There's somebody that I share a birthday with, but I forget who it is. And every year I see it, and I'm like, oh, yeah. It's some celebrity. I forget who the hell it is. Just like, all right, that's cool. That works.
Oh, that was quick. I didn't even hear the bell ring on that one.
Yeah, I guess he just did a giant suplex or a giant thing off the top, and that was it. I've also noticed, like, you guys, do you remember that thing that Mick Foley would always say, how everybody would, like, put their leg up in the air, like, for, like, one last breath?
Yeah.
Like, I've noticed that, like, everybody does that, like, back then. Like, almost every match I've watched, like, the last, like, 6 of these, at least, like, I've seen at least, like, 10 superstars do that.
It's for show respect, Tino. No,
Huh?
I was trying to think, show respect, Tino.
To what? What am I showing respect to?
Oh, the leg cover, because that was the thing back then. So
Oh, was it? Well, that's what I was asking. I was like, was it just a thing back then?
Yeah, they should think. I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, it also makes sense though, because like I was telling like Sam, like with like people watching, like this is probably like when Mick Foley was watching. We got Brother Love. Brother Love is man. I want to punch Michael Hayes sometimes. Oh shit, we got Dusty Rhodes. We got polka dots, Dusty. I got the polka dot Dusty figure somewhere in my collection.
I finally get to be part of Tino's watch on.
Huh?
I said I finally get to join Tino's live streams.
I mean, hey, no. Let me know whenever you want to come on. I'm right here. You know where to find me. Send you the link. Like I said, I always like having people on. It makes the shows better, and I don't sit here and talk to them because, like I said, there's times I'm just so bored. I'm just like, do.
Yeah, we all talk to ourselves. I do that all the time. So,
shit, I do that sometimes. Like, there's be times where I'm not live and I'll be watching wrestling, and I'm like, guys, and then I'm like, who am I talking to? I'm like, I'm in my room.
You're so used to live streaming, right? So
yeah. So I got the I got the voice that I do all randomly. I'm like, oh, okay, oops. Man, the polka dots.
Remember they used to call the WrestleMania afternoon. This afternoon you're gonna be in the mix. I'm like, oh, I remember afternoons.
Let me tell you, for as stupid as the polka dot thing with Dusty was, he pulled it off. He was still a superstar.
He pulled that shit. He pulled that shit off so well.
Is that Cody's mom?
No.
You look so close to her. You know, they having a good time. Shit, Jadis, I'm all for it, bro. Ethan about to take over Leo's spot. Shit. We'll have these two replace Leo and Lamar. We'll kick Lamar out too. No, I'm just kidding.
Motherfucker. Chair shot to the head.
Ethan can do the Shawn Michaels, just the Sweet Chin music. I'm sorry.
I love you.
Oh my god, so great.
Leo's like, what the fuck?
Fucking Leo. Disaster.
So apparently they're starting WrestleMania early this year. They're starting at 7 Eastern, like the actual show. I'm like, yes.
So that's just 6 o'clock, right? Or is that 5 o'clock?
That's 6 for you.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because that's the time that you start every year. WrestleMania, like the pre-show, would start at 4. It'd go 2 hours, and then it'd start at 6. And there was like 4.5, 5 hours, and then it would end at 11 o'clock. But it was always on Sundays, and I had friends over, and then we all had to go to school the next day. So kids one night with sleepovers.
I don't miss those 10-hour Ring Manias.
The worst part about 33 was the length.
I was just about to ask you because me and my friend were watching it. We watched it. We went back and watched the Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose match because we didn't realize it happened on the pre-show.
I'll tell you why.
We looked at the clock. It was 11:45. So, what time did you like get like how long was it? Like how long do you think you were at the stadium for? I figure it was a long day.
It was long. Actually, I got the photos on my phone.
I had a friend of mine.
Photo I took to the last photo I took. So
I had a buddy. He came over for the Watch the Rumble, Tino, and he was at that Mania 2, the one Sam it was at, and he said he took his whole family. They got there at 2:00, and it was almost past midnight for he said it was like 2 or 3 in the morning before he got back to his hotel.
Oh my god, that's 12. Like, listen, like I loved it. Like that's why, like I've never been to a WrestleMania, so like I'm sure like the one WrestleMania I go to, I think it's like the best of all time, and that's why I want to go. Like if it's in Minnesota, I want to go somewhere close. But like that's like the thing. Like at some point, it's like I just want to get the fuck home. Like I'm over it. I'm done. I just want to go home.
I'm so glad they did 2 nights.
Like I did, like I just went to Survivor Series, and I had a hotel right across the street. So as soon as the events were over on Friday and Saturday, I went right back to the hotel. I ain't waiting there. I don't got time for games. I'm bored. Like, nah.
Yeah, we were at the Royal Rumble. We were only an hour away, so it wasn't bad.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. No, that works.
My first photo, 4 p.m. Eastern time.
Is that how you got there?
4 p.m. Jadis. We are only 5 subscribers away, Jadis. Don't act like it's going to take 2028. Jadis, we'll have it by next week. Don't you? We're almost at 1,700. So, guys, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Ethan, go subscribe on your dog's accounts.
And what I say? I said so 4 o'clock.
Real.
The camping, my last photo, which I think after Roman won.
Oh my god, that's right. That was the main event, right?
7 a.m.
Well, huh?
So from 4 to 12.
Oh, I thought you said 7 a.m. I was like,
that's what I thought too.
I was like, wait, what?
12:07 a.m.
Were you in
Eastern.
the stadium jail or something? Jesus.
12:00. Yeah, that's a long day.
Well, it's better than Mania 35 when they were in New York and then the subway.
Oh my god, the transit.
Before the show did.
Oh god, did you go to 35 too?
No, I had a friend who was there, but he knew somebody who lived there, and he said some people didn't get home till almost 6 a.m.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because what happened was, so they didn't start the women's main event till past midnight, like Eastern, so 1 a.m. my time.
That's right.
Or something like that. And I was like, holy fuck, like they need to do 2 nights. I'm so glad they do 2 nights. But remember you were talking about the Ambrose and Corbin pre-show match? You know why that got bumped to the pre-show?
No, I don't. Still, no idea.
The rumor is Dean Ambrose was drunk at the Hall of Fame.
Wouldn't be surprised.
That's why, because if you watch the Hall of Fame speech, like he wasn't fully like you can kind of tell, but you don't want to confront him about it. But
who was the main Hall of Famer? Who was the main Hall of Famer that year? All the years get confused. Kurt Angle.
Okay. Okay, I gotta be honest with you, that Hall of Fame was so boring. Except for Angles. I did like Angles.
Well, you also missed there was a really big important moment there. We got to experience Jim Cornette induct the Rock and Roll Hall, the Rock and Roll Express.
That one was good too. Fucking Bev, I'm not even joking to you. Hillbilly Jim's speech went 45 minutes. And everybody was
I'm happy they did do that and they did change those rules because like I did, and I was watching the one for 24 because I have that DVD and it just came on after the show. And Rocky did his dad, and it was just like 40 minutes, or like 20 minutes, and I'm just like, oh my god, like And it's nice to listen to the stories.
I didn't mind Taker's. That's my favorite one of all time. Hall of Fame speeches.
Which one?
Taker's.
Oh yeah, shit! I was crying. I was on the live stream. That was the first one I was ever live for Hall of Fame, and I think I was just sitting there bawling my eyes out. I was just like, nope.
The Brothers one was pretty funny before.
That's why when like John Cena and like Randy Orton and all of them, like I ain't even watching it. Like I'm just gonna bawl and cry. Like the chills that are gonna go through my spine, especially those video packages. Man, oh my god, I'm feeling it right now. I could just feel like man.
Do you guys like the 2 nights better, or do you like just the 1 night?
I do. I like the 2 nights.
I do too.
Just for the simple fact that it's like it's not too much, and then it's like you kind of get like your anticipation back up a little bit, and then it's like, you know what I mean, and then you can put more people on the show, and it's like I understand the 1 night and what, like, but like between 8 hours of wrestling and then 4 hours in 2 days, like I would rather take the 3 to 4 hours in each day.
I wouldn't mind them going to 1 night with less wrestling. And I know they won't do that, but like If you had like one night and it was like
if they could do like if Triple H is over, they could do like the way they did takeovers as a WrestleMania, but maybe have like 7, 8 matches. That'd be perfect.
8 matches, no longer than 5 hours. Kind of
shit like a takeover. It would be like just a bigger takeover in a way.
Yeah,
and that's exactly that's why the takeovers were so good. Like I would watch the takeovers. And they would be over, and I'm like, oh, it's only 9 o'clock. I still got shit. I got whatever.
Well, that was like Vengeance Day. Like me and Scott were talking about like we were watching it, and it was like 2 hours and 35 minutes. Like, yay! I could go to bed early.
So what time is it for you right now, Ethan?
7:38.
Oh, okay. So it's only So you're only 2 hours. Okay.
I'm 2 hours ahead of you. I'm only an hour ahead of Sam.
I was thinking it was like 1 a.m. I'm like, Ethan, are you good, bro?
No, that would put him in Europe.
Yeah, no, that's what I was.
Now Scott, on the other hand,
Now
Scott, on the other hand.
Oh shoot, guys, we got another guest on the show. He's big and scary, and he's a dog.
Her.
Oh, her. she was looking at the first. Look at.
Yeah, because our neighbors their driveway's getting plowed right now, so she sees the plow truck.
All right, look, I'm gonna hop back to the show. Look at this. Dusty coming out with Miss Elizabeth during this whole debacle that was going on.
So what debacle was going on at this time? Which one?
They like split or something like that. I mean, I think they were divorced in real life by this point, but I think this was
Macho Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Sorry, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So I think he became the Macho King from King of the Ring, and again, people can correct me if I'm wrong. So he was getting managed by Sensational Sherry. And somehow Miss Elizabeth got pushed to the side. And there was an interview we kind of missed. We were talking during that time. But then Dusty comes out with her and, Macho Man. And if you guys watch Dark Side of the Ring, a lot of people say Macho Man was really protective of her, whether they were together or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was super protective of her.
Go ahead. Oh, was that all? Or was there more?
No, that was it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually was waiting for Sam.
My bad. I keep cutting you off. My bad.
He's used to it.
I'm really bad at that. Sometimes I keep talking. I'm like, oh, shit.
Sam, I'm going to put your ass for a table next time you interrupt me. The SLB driver for the table.
Did you think they're bringing back the Dark Side of the Ring?
Yes. They are. Season 5.
I've really enjoyed most of them that I've seen. Like, I've learned so much. It's kind of crazy. Like,
they are scratching the bottom now, though, because they got rid of they did all the big things that they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Owen Hart one was good.
I think the plane ride from hell will always be just one of them all. Just I just don't think I've ever it changed my perspective of so many things. I'm like, holy shit.
Ric Flair doing a helicopter wiener.
I like to bring up, and I showed my girlfriend it, Collision in Korea.
Ooh, which one's that on? Or
you see that one where
you see that one?
CW three Nitro. Them in New Japan, they flew to North Korea to hold a pay-per-view called Collision in Korea.
Ah, see, I'm one of those where I look at their title and read it before I watch it because I don't watch every episode. So
that's an interesting one.
I'll have to watch that one.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting, man.
Well, especially
it's sometimes I'll start one, and then I'm like, this is boring, and then I'm like, so.
Well, that one's interesting because it starts off, they still had their relationship with New Japan, and this was 95, so I think Kim Il-sung had just passed, and Kim Jong-il became the supreme leader of North Korea. Let's go hold a pay-per-view in North Korea, which in the 90s was no.
No. No. Is this the one Macho Man had his crown?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had Funko Pop. Did not know what WrestleMania that was from. And I think I actually have the figure too. I think I have the figure too, actually. I don't know. I have so many figures, I lose track sometimes.
Figures, Tino, has your Walmart or Target got new stuff in, or is this
No.
the same shit?
It's the
No,
same
same.
shit.
The
All the-
Walmart up the road, 10 minutes from me, has it from Series 3, the Anna J one.
I can't. They have the same shit. I just started getting mine. I just started ordering mine, or I just wait until they come out or Amazon because it's just so not. Jadis, you keep calling me out on the chat, bro. I'm gonna put you in timeout, bro. Nobody's got to find me a girlfriend. Tino don't need a girlfriend. I got too many things to worry about than a girlfriend. I got
You call you for having a girlfriend.
see calling me out and shit, saying it's Blino time.
Call him out. Call him out once on Tino. Come on.
Oh, he always calls me out. It's so bad. If Jadis is ever in your chat, just ignore him because he's mean.
I can't even see the chats anyway.
Oh, no, you can't. Oh, well, that's probably a good thing.
I legit can't see it in the comments.
That's.
I'm sorry, you guys even saw my Twitter ones because before, like, I try to comment someone's Twitter.
So, Ethan, do you have a Twitter? I've tried to find your Twitter, and I don't want to be like a stalker, but like I've tried to find your Twitter, and I can't find your Twitter.
Sham setup.
Huh?
One sec. I'll PM you. That's how you'll get my Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I did PM you earlier.
Throw it in the chat. Let everyone follow you.
Yeah, put everything in the chat. I don't care.
Okay, one second.
Everybody gets put above the ring. What are you guys on the road to? 500, right? We gotta get you to 500, right? ASAP.
That's the goal. Road to 500, guys. Don't follow Above the Ring or even Bedlam Media. Our new
Bedlam Media too. All of them. Go follow them all. Don't you? You have a Twitter, don't you? Bedlam's on Twitter, right? Yeah.
Bedlam Media is on Twitter.
You're in the group, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can follow me at wrestling_fan_9. That's mine.
Wrestling fit. See, I would have never found that. I was looking up Ethan.
Or you can just go on Above the Ring. You can just find the fucking tag Scott does.
Yeah, I tried that. I couldn't find it. At least I try to follow everybody, and I just like
look in the chat, Tino. I sent it to you.
Okay, that works.
I think I tried to message you personally, Tino, but I think you have like the DMs off. I'm like, I'll just message them through ATR.
Yeah, I do, unless you follow me because I get weird people. I don't like people.
Follow you?
Wait, Tino, I think you do follow me actually.
I might, and I just didn't realize. Yeah, I do, and I just didn't realize it was you.
It was me.
I sent you my preview show. Well, sure. I guess I didn't realize it was you. Now I know.
That was me. I was like, send me the link. Nothing. I had to get Sam to do it for me because I was trying to copy it from my phone because I would try to save it from my email, but it wouldn't let me. So I was like, okay, I'll have to go on Above the Ring's Twitter and do it that way. And then they're like, you need a Facebook or YouTube. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's so annoying that they.
Well, the other one I do another product with Body Slam. A good friend of mine, Lewis. Like we talk about like Japan stuff, like Noah and stuff. And I was a guest on there, and they're like, yeah, just give me your name. I was like, okay. But yeah, with yours, I need a YouTube or Facebook. I'm like, Sam, give me the ATR YouTube.
Gotta love it, man.
By the way, I'm getting more snow this week. I'm like, fuck, I don't need any more. I already had like 30 inches last week. I don't need any more.
Oh, I can't. I want to go. I'm about to move. I'm about to go to Florida because I can't deal with it. And Rhodes and the other, who's the girl with him, pick up the dub? I don't know. Sapphire. There we go. Sapphire and Dusty get the dub. Dusty's first WrestleMania, everybody. As his son, 34 years later, gonna try to finish the story.
We all know he's finishing the story.
He fucking better finish that goddamn story. I'm taking care of the story.
I'm so sick of hearing about it.
You know what he should do? He should come out at Mania with his normal getup, but the coat should be polka dotted.
That'd be so cool.
I can see that. That'd be dope. Well, I seen a few people talk about on Twitter like he should finish at Madison Square Garden. I'm like, why? Because I guess that's where Dusty did win it.
And I get that, but like it's like, at the time, like I don't know. WrestleMania is the biggest stage. Like that's where it should happen.
Yeah, MSG is good for like concerts and like sporting events, but it's not the same weight it does with wrestling anymore.
No.
Guess he's getting jiggy.
He's got. Oh man, I'm happy I know where this Macho Man's from now. Like I have all these figures and I have no idea where any of them are from because they're just like. I'm just like I like the Dusty. Like I have the figure. I didn't know where it was from. I just like the attire. And
I got some up here, but they're in I got a fuck ton of bins in my closet, and then
Oh, bro, I got
like
in front of me, side box. It's disgusting. I have so much shit. It's gross.
there's some I kept in box. Like I kept the Elite Street Fighter ones, the GameStop ones. I kept those in box.
Oh, those. Oh, yeah. See, those pieces are so cool though. I've stopped collecting the AEW ones, but those boxes are so cool.
I got 2 AEW chases. I kept those, and then
Which ones do you have?
what for chases?
Yeah.
1 sec. I'll show you. Give me 1 second.
Oh, we going to the Los Angeles memorable. We're going to the Coliseum next year, guys. We'll be here next week.
Zach's gonna be jealous of this one.
Which one's that? Is that Moxley? Oh, is that
Rip
Jamie?
Baker.
Oh,
Baker.
Troll.
Zach's gonna be so jealous of this one.
Hey,
I do got the Moxley chase actually, since you said that, Tino.
oh, Troll. Okay.
The Series 8 one, the one where it was with best friends.
I tried to find. That was like I was trying to find some of those, and I just.
Well, it's funny. This one, I was at my Toys R Us, and I literally just found this one in a while. But the Moxley one I got.
You still have Toys R Us?
Yeah.
Man, I'm making a trip out to Ethan, and we going to Toys R Us. Man, I used to have a Toys R Us right down the street, and then they shut it down.
And they got rid of the American ones. They kept the Canadian ones. So,
guys, we're making a trip to Ethan's house. We ain't going to Dallas to see Leo. We going to see Ethan. Shit.
That's fine.
I wonder. Let it rain and a lot of tornadoes. You go to Florida, you'll have technical difficulties with your Wi-Fi, so stay in Chicago.
That was a cheap shot, Sam. That time.
Are you down here? Because I don't have that problem personally. Depends where you're at.
I don't know where Jadis is at, but I just wanted to go somewhere warm. I can't function in the cold, man. My whole body hurts, and I just
That was my favorite one.
I don't have. Oh, that's cool.
I just got that. I got that literally right before they got it out of stock and right before everything happened. You have no idea how happy I am.
I'm gonna open this one but my girlfriend's like, "You be stupid." She's like, "I love you, but you be fucking stupid if you open this."
I did the same thing you did though. I wanted to see what it looked like inside. Like, I don't want to open it. I just wanted to see what it looked like inside. My mom tells me that all the time. She's like, "You're dumb if you open them." But there's some that, like, honestly, they're not.
That's why it's worth $100 now. By the way.
Wait, which one?
That Firefly Funhouse one.
Up, really?
Yeah, it's $100 now.
Bet. Bro, I probably got like a gold mine and shit. Like, I have like that ringside exclusive DX Shawn Michaels. I have that ringside exclusive Macho Man and NWO, and then I found a Kmart John Cena. I've not seen a Kmart in like 12 years.
Oh my god, we have it up here. We have a thing called Sellers. It's kind of like it's like a Canadian version of Target. And then they shut down. They went to bankruptcy, and then they brought Target here. Lasted a year, and then they went bye.
Really?
Yeah, we had Target here for like a whole year, and then they shit the bed.
Damn. Well, speaking of Mr. WrestleMania, the next match we got is the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, as they take on the tag team of the Orient Express, Sato and Tanaka.
Hi, Ashley.
Sorry.
Who's Ashley?
That's my girlfriend.
Okay.
Mrs. Sam.
Oh, hi, Ashley.
Actually, it's funny. Oh, she heard. Thanks, Chris.
Chris, eh? Ethan is your dog. Shit, dog. That's what a man's best friend, Jadis. Don't you know?
Yeah, I got 2 dogs, so yeah, they're both.
Oh, you're in New Jersey.
Boo.
I didn't know that's where Jadis was at.
So this is my girlfriend and I would move down, from the Northeast, and I don't have, any issues like health-wise, but like I don't like the cold. I grew up, born and raised up there. I hate the snow. I hate the cold. So, if you have, I can imagine the wonders,
man,
you would be able to get just not even Florida. You went to Georgia, if you went to Texas, you went to somewhere warm.
Shit.
No, I think it'd be beneficial.
Yeah. Well, see, like my thing is I don't know. I'm one of those people that for some reason, like when it's nice out, like I feel better, I work better, I do things more. Like I feel like I don't know, but like when it's just like it's cold and it's crappy and I just like I don't want to do nothing. So like when it's like really nice here, like shit, like it was 60 last week. I was like happy. I was like it was just so nice. It was like I wanted to I want to do a podcast outside. Like I'd love to do like a watch along outside where I just sit outside and not have to have my background. Because I got the stupid virtual background on because as soon as I take it off, I have a glass case so you can see the TV and we can't get copywritten here. So I got to have the stupid background on. So trying to green screen, but I'd rather be outside or have something like you where you could like see it better. And it's not, you see, because I like my stupid socks hat keeps going in and out. It irritates me.
Well, it doesn't help they have a black and white background, so your hat fucking blends in.
Well, that too. I know it does it with everyone though. It doesn't matter. Raw, SmackDown, Blue,
Oh,
Red.
okay, never mind.
It's so annoying. That's why, because like I tried for a while. I tried to do different ones. I just realized it was everyone. I'm just like, well, so I got to stay in like the perfect spot for it to be. So I don't know, but I'm hoping a green screen will help with that. But I'd rather just have like something that I could, have so it's not like that. But
It's the goal. It's the dream.
It's the dream.
Those tag tiles.
How long did these two do commentary before they like brought in like the next people? Like, was the next people JR and King?
No.
So, at least if we're talking Manias.
Yeah, Manias. So yeah, Manias.
I believe Jim Ross joined WWE in 90.
He debuted at 9 for Mania.
He was at 9. So it was his first Mania. And it was Macho Man, Bobby Heenan, and JR.
Okay.
And
And I'm assuming like 14, 15 then is when they came, like Jerry's stuff came around.
Well, actually, Jerry was before when, because Jerry by this time, I think, and again, I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but if I'm not mistaken, I know King was like in and out with WWE in Memphis by like the 90s, early 90s, but I don't think he hopped on the commentary until.
That's right, because he wrestled. Like that's right.
Yeah.
So 13 was McMahon, Ross, and Lawler, and then Michaels did main event and Honky Tonk at the Intercontinental match because obviously back then Honky Tonk Man had the record.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at 12. Let's see who's the commentator for 12. So 12 was Jerry Lawler and Vince. 11 was who was it? I don't think it would tell me 11. Oh, Vince and Jerry for 11. 10.
I've never seen that ladder match either. I'm very excited.
Jesus Christ, Tino.
Huh?
Jesus Christ, Tino. Come
Listen. I did this on purpose though, because I'm one of those where like I didn't really understand things for a very long time. Like it took me a while, and then like I went through a bad period in life. So like yeah, but like yeah. I don't know. I couldn't watch the old stuff for a long time. Like it took me a long time to like. I would go to like 96. Like would be the farthest I ever went because that was the year I was born. So I was like, let's try that.
So
and then finally,
I do have a list via Reddit. I don't know how updated this is.
Reddit, we got
3
love
years
Reddit.
ago. Okay, so
That's
at least for the first, let's say 20. Let's go through. Well, so Mania 1's Monsoon and Ventura. 2 is Vince. Susan St. James in New York, Monsoon, Mean Gene, Kathy Lee Crosby.
Oh, that's right, because that was the one that went like 3 stadiums. That's right.
It was Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York. I think was the other one.
Yeah, Ventura, Alfred Hayes, and Elvira in L.A.
Oh yeah, that girl. Oh my God, disaster.
Mania 3 through 6 is Gorilla Monsoon and Ventura. Mania 7 and 8 is Heenan and Monsoon. 9 is Heenan, Ross, and Savage. The King and Vince did 10, 11, 12.
So what happened to Jesse Ventura after this one? Did he just like? Because he's still alive.
Yeah, he was the governor of Minnesota in the early 2000s.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Oh, that was a big deal. Yeah.
I don't know.
He's 72 years old. Wow, he's younger than I thought he was.
Yeah, shit. I looked up. So that girl, the girl that did the one with the tournament, was it 4? Right, it was 4 that had the tournament.
Yeah.
The girl that was hanging out with the dude was running around and Bob Euchre was running around trying to stalk. She's still alive too. She's pretty young too. I didn't think I was because I was like I wonder who's still alive from these WrestleMania. So I was looking up everybody.
So Ventura in 91, so the year I was born, if you really want to put a time frame on things.
I mean, I wasn't asking, but
so 91, he became mayor of this town of Brooklyn Park.
Okay.
In Minneapolis. So then he became did politics. But I've always loved Ventura and Monsoon's commentary. Everyone
I mean, I've really enjoyed it from watching these 5 and then now 6.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back, and let me tell you, I'm going to say out of any commentary team, the king of commentary teams, I think, will go down in history as JR and King.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
But if I was to pick a number 2, for me, number 2 would be Monsoon and Ventura.
I mean, they're definitely, like, as I've been watching these, they're definitely going up in my rankings. Because, like, obviously, I've obviously only watched to a certain point. But, I mean, they're just really good.
But also remember, you got to think about the 80s. Think about the early 90s. I remember, and again, I'm not too much older than you guys, but I remember a time, before the internet, before, when everything was very rainy, when wrestling was still kind of like on that, people kind of know it's fake, but it's not. Like, these are like watching superheroes. Like, the way they're built differently. The way they move is different.
Yeah.
The crowd reacts differently. The crowd's really invested. So I think their voices match the time period. Would it work today? Maybe not. But
well, that's a perfect example of like why like people people that grew up watching like this that we're watching now to like now. Like I asked like my great uncle, he had like the VHS version of WrestleMania 3. But then like I tried to have him watch I think it was WrestleMania like 31. He was over one day and he's like, this shit sucks. And it's like, but it's just like that's what they knew. That's what they grew up. That's what WrestleMania, like, compared to what it was, WrestleMania 3 was something different with Andre and Hogan and, so. Like, Jadis is in the chat saying Pat McAfee, Michael Cole. It's like eventually they will be. And I think Michael Cole will definitely be.
Trashing McAfee right now. I love his commentary.
I love Pat McAfee. I've been watching Pat McAfee since the Super Bowls, man. I love Pat McAfee.
I lost my mind when like the beginning of the Royal Rumble happened, and all of a sudden you hear "Let's go!"
Man, man,
blew up.
Like that, and like those are the type of surprises that I was talking about like earlier, like with no expectations. Nobody expected him to be there, and he, like you said, "Let's go," and you knew that's exactly who it was. And it's just so good.
He was obsessed with people's butts on Monday. He's like he was talking about Bronson Reed, and he's like, he's so big he can't wipe his own ass. I'm like, what the fuck, McAfee?
So, Elvis, yes, I have seen an otter. I got otters around my the general vicinity.
Otters, really interesting.
There's a lot of wildlife. I have a mama gator that's in the back pond behind my house.
That's cool.
I'll have to send you some photos. Like,
I'm scared of gators, but that's kind of cool.
He's like, I'm staying in Chicago.
I have this discussion with everybody. We're gonna go. Oh, Elvis, you did ask this question earlier. I think he should be inducted in Philly.
I mean, so yeah, like that's the thing. Which way do you think they go? Do you think they go the Bray Wyatt route and they put Bray Wyatt as the headliner? Do you think we get like a Paul Heyman and like a Batista and like
what for this year's Hall of Fame?
Yeah, like do they wait another year or do you think they put Bray in this year and they just make it all like they put Bray and then it's like a few others? Because they don't do the 45-minute Hall of Fame anymore. It's only like 2 hours and they all get like what 5-10 minutes maybe.
15. Taker got the last. Taker did go 45, but his was good, so I didn't mind him.
I feel like Taker deserves 45 after. I mean,
I watch this one Dead Men shows, or seen like I guess
I've seen a few of like I've seen clips of them. I've never actually been able to like sit down and like watch one, but from what I've seen, they look really good.
Have you seen them, Sam? Well, there was one in Florida there the day after the Rumble.
Well, they do one. It seems like that was the one. Like I will say, that was the one thing I looked for. Like when I went like to Survivor Series, they didn't have that, so they should do that every like pay-per-view and stuff. Because like that had been something I would have totally went to. Like I would have went up there a night early and went to that, and then stayed at the hotel. Because that would just be so cool to listen to stories and like I don't know. I like that stuff. I'm weird.
So, just so everyone knows, the Orient Express defeated the Rockers by countout.
Troll. The match is already over for you?
Oh, yeah. No, see? It's funny because I was like trying
to
What happened? We were the match just started for me.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Right.
Where'd you go?
Hold on. What time? What's your time limit? What's your time?
I am at 1:43.
How'd I get that far ahead?
I'm at
Weird.
156, but that's because they didn't cut the Piper Brown match for me. So that's
Yeah.
why.
Right.
Sam,
There you
you
go.
pause. You wait till me and Tino finish.
I'm there. Okay. Scratch what I said.
That's okay.
You yell spoiler, dick.
I mean, I kind of forgot what you said already.
What a good idea for the Hall of Fame would be is if you, depending on how they're feeling, if they want to do Bray, they do Bray. But also, you're in Philly. The Northeast doesn't get a Mania often because it's cold.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do Hall in the Hall of Fame, do it in Philadelphia.
Well, because that's where, like, because
Where ECW's from.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that would make sense because you could do like if they're gonna do that route, they could do like maybe Bray Heyman. They could do like a woman, and then they could do like they have that Warrior, not the Warriors, like the Legacy Award.
It's still called Warrior Award.
Is it still the Warrior Award? So they got the Warrior Award. They got the celebrity wing.
Who can you see for celebrity?
Sorry, what?
Who can you see being the celebrity if they do one?
I don't know. They throw anyone who's ever shown their face at a WWE.
Fucking Drew Carey did for doing a 2001 appearance. For fuck's sake.
Honestly, why not just put Snooki in there?
Shut up, Tino. No.
I mean, she's a celebrity. Shit. Jersey Shore on the high. They just started a new season. Angelina's back. Sammy's back. Ronnie's back.
I mean,
everybody's back.
Going off of that logic, that would be the choice to go, especially if you're in Philly. You're not far from Jersey, anyways.
No, fuck it, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, man. I wish they meant that's the biggest thing I think I've noticed throughout like watching like that 16 through like 24, 23. That music just hit different than it does now. Like The Weeknd for 5 years in a row. Like what happened to Limp Bizkit? I don't know. 1 year you had Kid Rock, and then 1 year you have
Mania. The Weeknd's done.
Huh?
I think this is the 5th Mania. I think.
Yeah. Fifth one in a row. It's been fucking The Weeknd having one song at least, official song. I'm sick of it.
So am I.
It's a different, and this is kind of like we're gonna hop over to the. I'm gonna hop over to the Super Bowl. There has not been a rock band, and I'm excluding Coldplay. I'll exclude when the Peppers showed up because that was Bruno Mars' halftime show. There's not been a rock band to play the halftime show since The Who in 2011. It's the world we are in now. If you've noticed, where's all the metal music for WWE?
That's true.
It's
NXT.
It's NXT. He has Poppy, playing. He has all these other bands playing. I'm on that mindset. Yeah, if you want to, you should switch it up. If you want to have The Weeknd one year, that's fine. But how about you guys? I listen to a lot of different music. I'm also a big metalhead. So when I go back and I watch, like you said, the early 2000s, late 90s, when Limp Bizkit is, we have My Way playing as the theme song.
Oh my God.
That's my favorite promo package, just Rock and Stone Cold. I know everybody's just doing it. They did for Heyman and Swerve, which I didn't mind because that was actually pretty good. But
that's
they did it for
Friday
Cody.
Night song. I clock out at 5 o'clock. I go in the truck. I blast My Way, going to grab like an energy drink.
I mean, it's still so good all these years later. So, which one is your favorite song?
Theme song?
Like out of WrestleManias?
Crack Addict was pretty good.
The which one?
Crack Addict for 19.
Oh yeah.
I think about because when I was at my height of watching wrestling, it was 20. So I think about who was it? The Drowning Pool song? Was it Broken?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think about that because that was a big deal. Like that was our first time like really watching wrestling into Mania. We couldn't get the pay-per-view because we didn't have cable. But
my dad had the black box that he would just steal the pay-per-views from or whatever. That's how we watched the scam box or whatever the hell they called it. I forgot what they called it.
Nowadays, you can use VPN.
Yeah. I mean, bro, they got so many different things that people can do, and they just jailbreak everything, like those fire sticks. Shit, for a while, dude, that's what I was doing. I was jailbreaking fire sticks.
Boy.
I was like, whatever. Somebody told me. I was like, whatever works.
Top 3 NFL teams that improved this season. It wasn't the Patriots, I'll tell you that much.
No.
It's not them. Mm-mm.
It's simple, Jadis. The Detroit Lions.
Yep.
The Houston Texans and the Probably the Green Bay, sadly, even though I don't want to say it, but probably Green Bay because they fucking didn't expect to do that. I just named 2 teams in my goddamn division, but oh well.
That's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? It's so much fun.
You want some New Japan news right quick?
Sure. I'll always take some. I'm like I said, I don't watch it, but I'll always take some news. It's always good to be updated.
So, Eddie Kingston and Gabe Kidd are gonna have a Riot Rules match in Chicago. So Tito, you should go because it's pretty close to you.
Right.
So it's basically an 8-man tornado tag street fight.
Is that when you see me Riot?
Yeah.
So where's that at?
Wintrust Arena, Chicago, April 12th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. And when is it?
April 12th. Literally, it's right after WrestleMania week.
Man, why do they do that?
Because fuck you, that's why. Mustafa Ali's gonna be there.
Like they had you know what though? Now that you say that, I met the Hardy Boys like 3 years ago, and I think it was like the weekend after WrestleMania. And now that you say that, I think that's exactly. So they do that shit all the time. I can't get used to Shawn Michaels with blonde hair. I'm just not. I don't know.
Which is wild because I bet you people back would look at. I have a problem looking at him now where he's bald.
I know it's weird. It's weird. I can't. Like what happened to like I'm watching WrestleMania like 23 and 24 and 25, and it's like even like 22 and 23. I was like, damn, like what happened to that Shawn Michaels? Like long hair, and obviously that was way after Sexy Boy and his like WrestleMania 12 and his all whatever. But shit.
I got something. I'll throw you for a whirl when we're talking about long hair. I'm gonna send this to you. You got to see this. I share this with everybody. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not you.
That's okay.
By the way, Tino, if we ever do the award shows, we're gonna call them the Dumpy Awards.
The Dumpy Awards, I like it. The next match coming up though, it's Dino Bravo taking on Jim Duggan.
Oh,
there's
I just sent you something. I just sent you via the Bedlam, not the Bedlam, the ATR.
The Bedlam, the ATR, whichever one that works. Jadis, who is that guy that you sent me a picture of? I don't know who that is.
Stone Cold with hair.
Who is that?
That's me.
It's Sam with hair.
I was gonna ask you if that was your.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, is that your girlfriend or something?
No, that was me.
So is that Samantha?
Oh yeah, I've heard that. I heard that in that whole time period. No.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure.
I was, long hair, metalhead.
You know what? That's okay.
Sam, did you ever used to straighten your hair?
I did once, but I had like curly frizzy hair, so it fried it. So I never did after that.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, shit. Hey, but you know what? Now you found your style. It's okay, even if there's, instead of long, now it's just all there. You got a nice beard.
Mm-hmm.
Beard looks good.
I do have friends around my age who are like panicking, like, "Oh, I'm starting to get the bald spot," and I'm like, "Dude, just who cares? What are you gonna do? Pay hundreds of dollars to get like hair treatment just for it to go?
You had to go to Turkey for that.
Definitely not.
I mean, Ethan, you seem like you got some good out of hair over there.
I do. Out of my whole family on the men's side, I'm the only one left with hair.
I have one friend that he's the same. He's got like a bald spot. He's like, I'm just sick of it. He's like, I'm just gonna shave it. I'm just done. I'm like, all right, you go ahead.
I don't blame him. That time with my dad, he had a little bit, but he had like the George Costanza look, and he's like, fuck this, I don't want a horseshoe hair, so he just shaved it.
Whatever works, whatever gets the job done.
So, sticking with the wrestling talk, I'm kind of curious, what was the first wrestling event you went to?
First one that I ever went to?
Yes.
So my parents never took me to events as a kid. So the
mine either.
The first show I ever went to was Survivor Series in 2019, right before the pandemic with NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. So, but I go back and I watch all the events now, and they're like, oh, we're at the old Rosemont Arena, we're at the Allstate Arena, we're in Chicago. I'm like, you suck. I could have saw The Rock. Could have saw John Cena, a Rock concert. Could have saw fucking Triple H. I could have saw Payback in like 2012 with what was it, Evolution and the Shield. Like, I'm like, man, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't start going until I was like like recently, and my parents just never had any money, and I never so.
Well, especially when I was younger during the ruthless aggression era, I can absolutely understand why my parents would not want me to go to a show like that. Violence, the whatever the women were doing at that point in time.
Man,
See,
and that's the funny thing. My parents never cared about me watching. Like we would have parties, we'd have WrestleMania parties every year. We'd always have like Royal Rumble parties. My dad's friends would come over. They all bet. They had squares like the Super Bowl. It was weird. Like we would do all types of crazy things, and like it just I always tell the story. WrestleMania 22. My neighbor thought it'd be a great idea during Undertaker's casket match because I was afraid of Undertaker until like 10 years ago. So. Or like 15 years ago, however long ago. But he came to the door and decided to ring the doorbell as Undertaker's entrance is coming out. And then after we put Mark Henry in the casket, he decides that he's going to go outside and start knocking on the door. And then he come inside and knock on the wall and say, Undertaker's here. So as a 12-year-old, I'm sitting there freaking out, telling my mom that Undertaker's coming to my house because he's in Chicago at the Allstate Arena.
Frightening.
So, yeah, frightening as a 12-year-old, 11-year-old. And like I was telling you, Sam, because of like everything that have happened, I'm like little like, so like I'm 27, but they say I got like a brain of like a 23-year-old. So it's like, so it's like one of those things. I was 12, but I was like 7 in reality. I was like, you suck. So, yeah. But no, I didn't. And now that I do go, like I said, I've been to Survivor Series. I went to Hell in the Cell. I went to Survivor Series again. So like now I'm going to I'm trying to catch up now. That's why, like I said, WrestleMania's in Minnesota. I've never been to one. I want to go. And like now with the podcast too, it's like it's good to get out there, meet people, and like I saw a bunch of podcasters out there that I didn't even know were there, and I'm just like,
Yeah. So interestingly enough, I met Scott when I went to 33. He didn't go to 33. He was in the area, but we went to TakeOver and I think one other event, and then he flew out.
True. So did you go to TakeOver too?
All right, that 2017, I was at TakeOver, Hall of Fame, Raw, SmackDown.
Okay. See, that's how you gonna do it. That's the only way I'm gonna do it. You got to go to everything.
Well, now with GCW, with the collective, it's like and me watching a lot of wrestling. Like Stardom's coming this year. GCW's got a fuck ton of shows.
That would be good. Have you ever been to a GCW show?
Nope. I want to though.
True.
Sam has.
True.
I saw him on Fight TV. I'm like, there's Sam. I see Sam.
I went.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I went when I was in Vegas for Double or Nothing. Scott and I went. We left before the main event because there was only standing room, and by the end of the day.
Oh yeah, you guys were like sweating your balls off, weren't you?
It wasn't even that. My feet were killing me. We could only stand. There was nowhere to sit. You had to pay for the seats.
That's
so we did that. And then after I moved down here in Orlando, they did a show. So I brought my girlfriend, and we went, and they brought out the light tubes. And I was like a little kid seeing candy for the first time. Like, I was so excited.
Hell yeah.
It's funny. The first time I seen a live event was 2011. It was Randy Orton, Mark Henry, and Christian. And so when I was leaving the arena, before I got in the arena, I saw Christian driving by. And I was telling my dad, I'm like, there's Christian in the car. And he's like, what? I'm like, it's Christian. I was trying to keep it loud for both of us and not anybody else. So I finally got pissed off. I'm like, Christian's in that fucking car over 20 hit. Where?
Oh my God.
I'm like, shit.
Bro, these wrestling fans are savages. Like, we just leave these people alone.
I didn't go up to the go, hey, Owen. Like, I just saw him drive, like, quick second, right? So then we were leaving the arena. Jinder Mahal was driving, and poor Great Khali. I looked over Great Khali. This was him the whole time. Like this. I'm like, that guy's going to have a bad back problem soon.
I mean, but bro, like some of these wrestling fans are like nuts, like insane. Like when I went to that Hardy Boys thing, like these people were acting like it was like the World War IV. It's like they were all WWE Hall of Famers. Shut the fuck up. Just because they're in AEW now doesn't mean nothing. We don't need to start fighting and arguing and like, just like, bro. Oh, speaking of pets, we got a cat in the house.
You got one of 4. Yeah, that's the Aurora.
You got 4 cats, true?
I have 2.
Well, I mean, if you count the big one, it's like 6.
Okay.
22-pound Russian.
Huh? That's holy crap.
Chunky.
See, cats are cute. I just can't. My mom was always allergic, so we couldn't have them. But like, I always had friends that had cats, and I always liked them. And there was one cat I had that I would sleep over, and the cat would always end up right on top of me. I'm like, this is comfortable. I'm like, I never have had a cat though.
I grew up with cats. They're nice, but like this one here, this orange cats are super attached. Like
Awesome. So they're needy.
very needy. Like
They
there
are.
are plenty of videos. If you go back, I'll be sitting there talking to Ethan, and all of a sudden she jumps up here, jumps up.
I think I think now that you say it, I think I've seen it a few times because I come in you guys' show and just sit there and watch it and keep it on and like give you guys the watch hours and like sometimes I'll put it on my TV and everything and you're right. I think I've seen that. So okay,
Yeah, so
that's the cat.
and
One of the cats.
this morning I came in and my app, my phone charger was eaten. So
Oh God. The only thing about cats that bother me is the litter box in the house. I don't know. That drives me insane, but like, I get it.
we keep it clean. It's what, I'm a routine kind of person. So when you give me something like I go to the gym in the morning, I make a certain thing for breakfast every morning.
Gotcha.
9 to 5. When the litter boxes come up, slip every so often, things happen. But like, I'm good with keeping up with them. And the only reason, Elvis, I don't have a dog is because I don't want to be stuck doing, kind of like everyone I know has a dog. It's almost like they have a child. So it's like, I gotta go, take care of the dog. I gotta go, and I'm like,
yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
Too. I've had to do that too, where it's like I got to get home and go let my dog outside, or
Yeah,
That's a good point. Yeah, that is a very good point because the cats can go in the house,
Yeah, as long as they're fed and fed water, litter box is clean from time to time. But I'll get a dog at some point, and that'll probably when I do have kids. But we're not,
We're not there. All right. Well, Earthquake came out and took out Hillbilly Jim. Jim Duggan, Hillbilly Jim.
No,
Jim.
no, you're kind of right.
Yes.
Hillbilly Jim Duggan.
And that's true. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Hacksaw Duggan. Guys, we are still 5 subscribers away, so if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, join the nation. That is Tino's Nation. 1,700 on our radar. And then remember, as I keep telling you, 2,000 subscribers, you guys get a raffle that you will not want to miss. Get excited for that. See, I like dogs, but cats aren't that bad. If you get the right cat, like cats are as loyal, I feel like, as dogs are. Just gotta get the right cat.
yes. Cats, dog. I mean,
Huh? I can't hear you. What happened?
His microphone went out.
how about now?
Oh, I was like, what? I was like, huh? God love technology.
I subscribed, bro.
Am I there now?
You just subscribed?
Yeah.
Not half full. Troll. Okay, now we're 4 away, guys. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate you.
No problem. Well, no, it's funny. I actually thought I did because, I remember when I think it was after Survivor Series, I was like, and then for some odd reason, it was just like, no. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's so many times I've done that. Like I always go back and double check too because I'm like there's been times where like people have shared a podcast and I'm like, why don't I see it? And then I look and I'm like, I'm not subscribed. And I'm like, damn it. I'm like, they're gonna know. I'm like, I watch your episodes though. I'm sorry. Like, damn.
Check out the last Rising Sun episode of me and Sam. We talk about New Beginning of Osaka. There's our cheap plug.
Hey, they always got to plug yourself a little, Got to let the people know what's going on. What I've noticed is you got to remind people because people forget. So you just got to keep telling them. I just keep doing it all the time. I don't even care. Just do it. Appreciate you guys.
Well, that's because you have you're always doing this. So it's at this point,
No, I know. Always got something new. Never ends. Especially because I do all the sports too.
I'm gonna ask you about that because it's funny. We talk about doing things, and I'm like, man, Tino just. I'm like, you got baseball, which again, it's not like football. It's like, oh yeah, that's a portion of my year for like 17 weeks plus.
I know. Football.
Baseball is like, and you do that, you do the wrestling stuff. I'm like, man, how does this man do it?
Honestly, sometimes I don't even know how I do it. But the biggest thing with the baseball is I have my friend Deech that helps me, and he's my co-host that has been on with me the last 3 years, and he does a lot of the baseball stuff that like helps me. That he runs the Twitter and everything. That he knows how to edit stuff, so I really don't have to do too much with it, and it just has helped. And the biggest thing with baseball is what I've done is first couple of years I tried to do every team, but what I've tried to do the last few years is just focus on the White Sox because like I'm that weird guy that like if you tell me and you ask me who was on the team in like '05, I could tell you like who was on the team. Like I have like it's weird. Like people have been telling me since I was like 7 years old that this is what I should be doing because like I would sit there and I would write like songs. Like I wrote a 2005 World Series song after the Sox won the World Series, or I had like a notebook of like every game from the World Series, the lineups, the rotations, the numbers, like stuff. They've been telling me I'm like I'm like a numbers dude, and I'm like fantasy. Like I'm really good at fantasy too, where it's just like it's all the numbers and everything. So. Sometimes I don't know how I do it, but the baseball, he definitely helps me. That helps me because the baseball stuff struggled for a while. Honestly, what really got me was the wrestling because I did baseball and football for 2 years, or like a year and a half before I started the wrestling. And I was like, I'm like, I have all this wrestling knowledge. Why don't I start it? Because like I said, I've been doing this for years where I just go back and watch like the old WrestleManias, the old shows,
Do you remember, like, what's fun with the $1 million title? Do you think they should did that as a briefcase?
Honestly, I think that would have been really cool. Jadis, you've been subscribed since Jadis. Shut up. You've been subscribed for like 2 years now. Be quiet. Did you unsubscribe and then subscribe again? Because that doesn't count.
Imagine that's what he did, just to be an asshole.
Will the Chiefs three-peat? Ooh, that's a
No.
No, I don't.
No, maybe they will. They might.
Did they say? They said no team has ever did a three-peat.
No. The last team to ever do a back-to-back was the Patriots in 04 and 05.
Yeah, I knew that. I just had to confirm about the three-peat.
It's too hard, man. I just don't know.
Because they were good, and the narrative aside, whether you want to believe that, this is scripted at this point, the Chiefs, they did look like they were struggling a little bit during the Super Bowl. And I know.
Well, and that's what, like, if you watched all the games, like, that's what it's been all year. Like, they have not looked like a good team at all.
Plus, isn't Andy Reid supposed to potentially retire?
Well, that's the thing. If he retires, that's kind of like Belichick and Brady like being together. Like that's like starting Mahomes with a new coach. I don't know how that would go because that's what Mahomes is known. And that what are you going to do? Put Nagy as the coach? Yeah, that went great for the Bears. They had one great year, and then they fucking decide to shit the bed again. So I just don't know. It's too hard. Like. I think they'll obviously be in the playoffs again, but I don't know. And there's so many good teams in the AFC now, like the Texans, bro. The Texans take that jump. They could very well be in the championship and Super Bowl next year.
If Detroit continues their reign.
Oh, don't say that.
No
Green Bay, no Minnesota, none of that nonsense. No, honestly, I'd rather see the Lions than the Packers, so. Dan Campbell is funny though. I love Dan Campbell. He reminds me of somebody like if you'd be in WWE, Dan Campbell would be hysterical.
But okay, so if we were to pick then, NFC aside, who do you think would be the again, this is early, we haven't had the draft, we haven't seen what the lineups look like. If you were to look right now, which two teams are in the AFC Championship next year?
You say AFC Championship?
AFC Championship.
Like if it sits like the way it is right now with like all the free agents and everything, or like how like Derrick Henry might go to fucking the Cowboys I saw today, like why that would irritate me.
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like the easy answer is obviously like the Chiefs against like maybe like the Chiefs and like Texans. I think the Texans could do it. I don't know. They look too good, but. And also, I mean, Baltimore showed me a lot that I just don't know. Like if you pocket Lamar that he can't run, he's done. You don't know what Baltimore's going to do. The Bills have that's like the thing. Like the one question I have though is what are the Bengals going to be? Because the Bengals are that team that like, if Burrow doesn't come back right, he might we might, I don't know. So I'm going to say I'll say Chiefs and Texans for right now. Just we'll see. See how that goes. You heard it here first, though, guys. February, whatever, 15th, I think it is.
Yeah,
I don't even know what day it is.
I like to, at the beginning of the year, I usually send my friends out. And maybe I should post it next year on, or this coming season. I will post it on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I usually like to do a reckless Super Bowl prediction. I literally just look at everything and go, These are the two teams in the NFC. These are the two teams in the AFC. This is win the Super Bowl. So, yeah, the Bills, every time they like talk them up, and yeah, they might be the best team in the AFC East right now, but I feel like they're kind of like KC, where they were really strong, and now they're just starting to like slowly chip away to not be. I mean, the AFC East has always been kind of like meh. It's like one master team. But I wouldn't be surprised if Miami made their move. They were pretty decent for a chunk of the year.
Well, and that it a lot. I feel like that has a lot to do with Tua too. Like Tua can be very good, but Tua can also be very, very bad. And it's just I feel like that's maybe just the generation of quarterbacks where they go off and they have a great game, but then you see like Brock Purdy having that game against the Ravens, where yes, the Ravens defense is great, but and it's like playoff football is different than like regular season. It's there's just teams that ain't ready for the playoffs, and that's why I definitely underestimated the Chiefs, but I really should have thought about like the more of like them being there and everything like that, because if I thought about that, the Chiefs probably would have been more of my favorite. But I thought the Ravens would win, but they just So we'll see. NFC every year, I just say the Bears just because I'm a Bears fan and I hope for the best, but we all know that ain't going to happen. Shit, probably be the 49ers and I don't know, maybe not the 49ers though. Should be interesting.
49ers didn't finish their story.
The what?
The 49ers didn't finish their story.
No, 49ers got to finish their story, you guys. George Kittle, you guys know.
Hey, he's a big wrestling fan.
Shit.
I love when Pentagon gave him that mask. They're like, here you go.
Oh my God, to finish the story. This is going to be something like we talk about in like 10 years. You guys, you were going to be like, remember when we were talking about finishing the story?
Yeah, we're going to get another year of Paul Heyman called Call Roman Reigns. I guess they're taping next week's SmackDown tomorrow.
Yes.
Because I guess
waking up Ethan nice and early for Elimination Chamber.
Nope.
No. See, I'm going to bed next Friday at like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just gonna and then just wake up at like midnight.
I'll probably just watch it after because I'm not getting up at 6 a.m. I'll probably just, but watch will probably still be on by the time I get up.
Honestly, it might be. It says 4 hours. I put the notification on my Peacock so then I don't forget, because I always wait to do that because I never know what time these things are on anymore. Like they say 7. Then it's 5, it's 6. I just don't know.
So they start
look it up, and then it's like, what time is it? And you find the articles, and the articles like, since I've been a little kid, I've been watching WWE, blah, 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 blah. So you scroll through paragraphs just for them to say 7 Eastern, 6 Central.
No, that doesn't help me. See, and I'm very bad at I don't even know the time difference. I still Eastern, Pacific, I confused. So it's I try my best, the people I talk to. So when I talk to you, I'm like, okay, well, Sam's an hour ahead of me, so I know that, but that's the best I got. I just can't. I wait, and then because people were telling me it was 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I don't think so. So yeah, so I was gonna wake up at 4, and it would have been an hour, and I would have been so mad.
You hate to see who gets at 4 a.m. It turns out to 5.
When Scott and I were in Vegas for Double or Nothing. So generally on the East Coast, we're getting out at midnight, 12:30. The main event finishes up and we're exhausted. We walked out of the T-Mobile Arena.
It was 9 o'clock, wasn't it for you guys?
9 o'clock, and we were like, we have a whole night. What do we go? We went got Shake Shack.
He said,
now
Shake Shack
on the strip.
Be like that. That's again, that's where it's good because it's I feel like they I like when they leave us leaving with more. I want to know. That's why everybody wants us to give it to us. It's just enjoy the damn ride. What else are we doing here?
Well, with the chamber right now, do they have 4 or 5 matches? Because you got the 2 chamber matches, which we all honestly the women shouldn't be happening because they basically confirmed that Becky's facing Ripley.
I know. Again, I know people keep saying Liv's gonna win. It's not happening. Becky's winning. Called it.
Becky's winning. Liv's not fucking winning. She could be I can see her being final 2.
Yeah, she definitely will be a final 2 or 3, but she ain't winning.
There's a fucking wake going on in the crowd.
Everybody's on their feet. Oh, that's a cool view of the arena that they just did.
Do you remember? I like how back then they were in the skybox for commentary, but now they're at ringside.
Yeah, that is the one thing I thought that was really cool that I did see, like that they're in like the skybox for that. Like that would be so cool to see them do something like now. Like put Michael Cole and like Pat McAfee in the skybox. Or shit, put Pat McAfee just in the middle. He can commentate. Just let him walk around the ring.
And that guy kicked him in the balls. Ding ding.
The New York Giants are not going to get Justin Fields, and if they do, I want Saquon Barkley, I want draft picks, and I want everything else they'll give me.
By the way,
The Giants can just not play next season. How about that?
True, that's true. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Giants give you PTSD. I'm so sorry.
It's like a New York thing. Like I'm just like, oh man, I'm not a
Man, goddamn Giants and Jets. If we got that Super Bowl next year, I might not watch. Hell no. Aaron Rodgers and Danny Dimes. I'll take an L on that one.
What did I say? There were two teams that were in the playoffs. So I'm like, if these two teams are in the Super Bowl, we should just like end the game with a tie. give it to neither of them.
like a G1.
Man, that's
it was. But all right, I don't know if we said it, but we
the
are
Knicks.
on.
The Knicks used to what? Are the Knicks good again? The Knicks were good, and then they sucked for a minute, and then they. So what did we not say? 1, 2, kick out.
The Knicks are up and down, aren't they? Like,
Yeah, I think so. I just don't watch basketball like that. Like people ask me basketball questions, and I just don't want to answer them because I just don't watch basketball like that.
I don't either. I mean, Scott,
I don't either.
I'm not a big Celtics fan, and I kind of I kind of watch. I'm like a playoff guy, so like I don't want to spend all season watching a million games. But like when I'm watching, like that hockey's another. I love hockey. I don't get to watch it as much, but like once the Bruins are in the playoffs, I'm watching.
Yeah,
I like watching, but like I watched our local hockey team down here last night. That was fun.
who's your hockey team? Like who's the hockey team over there?
Well, we have to for the junior league. It's Cape Breton Eagles. Screaming.
Oh,
Eagles.
okay.
The mascot's name is fucking Screech.
Who's the closest NHL team to you, Ethan?
Toronto. No, I'm sorry, Montreal.
Montreal. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Toronto, Montreal. One of them two. Okay. Somewhere, Quebec or Ontario. One of those two.
The Rangers.
You have a pretty solid hockey team over there in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I know. I'll tell you three out of what was it? 3 out of 5, 6 years. That was like some good. That was like a good 6-year span for our sports, and then it all went downhill. I don't have any type of anything to do with my sport. Like I love the Bears, the Sox, the Bulls, the Hawks, all that. I just have no hope or anything for them anymore. Like I literally have all of them. I have all of the like I collect wrestling things, but I also collect baseball. I have bobbleheads, I have bats signed, I have balls that are signed. Yes, that sounded wrong. Baseballs, you guys know what it is. Anyway, but yeah. So I have all of that, but I'm like none of these guys are on the team. Like all the guys I have are like gone. I'm like the only stuff I have that is worth anything is Frank Thomas or like Jim Thome or like this is just like
Did it get released because of budget cuts?
But man, that 6 years of hockey was just incredible between the finals and the playoffs and the parades. I just
This is like what I like to tell people. Again, growing up in New England, and then you had New England too, and Scott will tell you, he goes, we used to go out for dinner if New England won a game. You're talking about
Patriots.
No, yeah, New England was the worst team in the league for a long time, and then you had the 20 years, which was great, and everyone's like, "Oh, you must be all pissed that they sucked." I go, "Dude, I'll take the dynasty we have. I'm not."
Well, fuck, I'll replay that 20 years back. The hell?
Yeah, I mean, if like you said, you're what was it, the Blackhawks?
Yeah,
Dude, we might never win again, but if you lived during that time period,
yeah,
man, that was a high. That was fun.
Well, what's funny is so my 8th grade graduation was the year that they won it the first time, and the night I graduated high school was not high school, 8th grade was the night they won the championship, and then I think it was either my junior or it might have even been my senior year. Well, yeah, they won in 13, so it was my junior year. Going into my senior year, they won again, and then they won. It was 10, 13, and 15. I think it was. I forget.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I always forget that shit, the fact that it's been almost 10 years for that is disgusting. Oh my God. But man, it was insane. It was something else. It was and it's just like the hats and the parades and all of that is just something that like, that's why like, the Hawks suck so bad. It's just like, well, I got the 3 year, like the 3 ships. I'll take it. That's why like the Bears and the White Sox, they can just win one. Shit, I'll be the happiest man in the world. But these MFers don't want to win nothing.
I went to Cleveland the year the Cavaliers won the
I thought you were about to say the Cubs. I thought you were about to say you went to the Cubs game 7.
No, I was going to make a point with the Cubs, but I went to Cleveland that year, and everything, like, I swear, even up to, like, the condoms in the condom aisle were, like, LeBron James and the Cavaliers.
The condoms.
LeBron James.
You know, but yeah, what was a crazier, and I know you're not, like, a Cubs fan. I know you've mentioned that before. Were people more ecstatic about the Cubs winning or about the Blackhawks?
Bro, the Cubs was just ridiculous. Like, So I'm a giant Sox fan. Like I wear my Sox hat, but like I don't think people realize how big of a White Sox fan I really am. Like I've been watching this team since I was like I said, I can name the lineups, the this, the that. And when they were making that run, I cannot tell you because my mom worked at Dave & Buster's. You guys know where Dave & Buster's is?
Yep.
So my mom worked up there, so I'd go there all the time. I play the games, I'd eat the food, I'd do all that because I get it for free. She's a manager, I'd get all that, you know. And at that time, that's when they won the World Series. So when they went up. When the Guardians went up, the Indians went up, I was celebrating. I was like, woohoo! And then win after win after win. And then that game 7 and the celebration that went on, and they kept the place open for 3 extra hours just because people would not leave and they were still celebrating.
I mean, that was a big deal. I mean,
it was insane. Like even my leaving, like I left Dave & Buster's at I think midnight because I just stayed there late, and there were still people just beeping and fireworks. Oh, it was insane. And again, I've gotten to the point where I respect it. It is what it is, but it just it makes me so mad the Guardians had that.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing I think about there. I mean, that was 101 years. Think about any other team that hasn't had an 101 year rep. That's a century.
I mean, just like the Lions. Like the Lions fan have a reason to be upset. They would have been big, bro. Like I could feel the emotion because I was thinking about if that's the Bears or the White Sox just sitting there and they were that close, I just would not be able to function for a day because that shit, we've been waiting for so long, and you get that feeling. You're like, oh my God, we're gonna do this, and it all goes away.
When I was little, so we're going on 20 years since the Sox broke the curse of the Bambino, which is I don't know if you know the story where when Babe Ruth got traded to the Yankees,
yeah,
the Sox never won a World Series after that.
So,
they were down 3 games against the Yankees in the playoffs.
So Fever Pitch, the movie, right?
I think it was that, and there was
lose. Yeah.
And then so they were down 0-3. They won the 4 games, and they beat I forgot who.
Cardinals. They beat the Cardinals in the World Series,
and it was 86 years. I mean, think about that now. It just. That's why Detroit. I think everyone was getting behind Detroit. It's let's just make it happen.
Well, that's and like I said, I'm a Bears fan, and even at one point, I'm let's see the Lions beat the Niners. Shit, let's see the Lions take on the Chiefs. Let's run it back from week 1 because the Lions beat the Chiefs week 1. I think people forget.
Yep.
That I think the Lions would have won the Super Bowl, to be honest. Jaguars, Browns have never won. Yeah, Jaguars too. And when the Jaguars won the AFC Championship against the Patriots, I'm sorry, but that was something that was just incredible. That was just but somehow Tom Brady figured that out, man. I still remember that whole game, just and they'll show highlights and they're I can remember where I was sitting watching that game, and it's just insane. It was man, the things Tom Brady did was just, and the fact that you actually it was your team. That's just what I always think about. I'm damn, we've never had a quarterback, so.
Well, that's the Yankees back in the 90s, or the Lakers back in the 80s. It just. And you know what? You might not see it again, but you know what? Being a fan in that particular market, it's fun. It's exciting.
And that's just the thing. It's you know what I mean? And it's right now, the Super Bowl happened. And it's after the parade and obviously everything that happened, but it's after the parade, usually it's okay, well, on to the next season. That's what Tom Brady always usually. Did you ever see that this man had a clock for the next season in his house?
No.
Yeah, he had a clock that literally would start it after the Super Bowl for the next season. I'm like, this man's incredible. Did you ever watch that documentary that they did on him?
I didn't get to know.
No, if you ever have time, man, it's so worth it. And I guess I never finished it, but they did another episode after he got traded and everything, and then whatever. So, but it was really good. It was one of those things I learned a lot about him, and it's just like, okay. That's why, like, I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I hate him just a little bit more because he's on the Jets now, not the Packers.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
They did a lot of countouts, by the way, on this show. That's
I have noticed that.
That's like the second or third one they done like a count. I'm like,
yeah.
Just so everyone knows, Ted DiBiase defeated Jake Roberts by countout.
Yes.
I like we didn't even pay attention to the match. We all just shoot the shit about football and shit.
I mean, that's the point. Hang out, talk. You know, I don't expect you guys to I know it's a long ass time, so I appreciate you guys staying. So I know sometimes I'm just so used to it now after doing my 7-hour football streams. This is like nothing to me now.
I don't mind doing this. You know, I'm like I said, we did this earlier. I'm gonna be able to go hit the gym after, not after this, but in the morning.
You wake up in the gym. You go to the gym at night. Shit, you got all the muscle, bro.
I used to. I mean, COVID messed that up because I was like, I had a regimen. I had a very strict regimen. I dieted a certain way. My leg press was 850. Like it was.
Oh shit! This man was a beast. Damn.
And now I'm like,
COVID did that to all of us, though. I spent COVID playing Animal Crossing on the Wii.
Tino, everybody did. Most people did.
I love that game so much. I think my villagers are probably mad at me. It's been so long.
My girlfriend loves that game.
The match coming up next is Akeem and the Big Boss Man. Man, I'll send you my island, my dodo code. Tell her to come and hang out.
I haven't played it. We haven't played that, and so I gotta get back in.
I haven't played it either, and like it's literally been almost a year, and I'm like, how did I spend almost a year and a half playing this, and I haven't played it in like a year? I'm like, damn.
You know, it's wild. If you haven't played it in a while, and you go to play it, there'll be cockroaches in your house.
Yeah. I beat the one on the GameCube back in the day. Finally, it took me a long time, but like. That was like that game. I don't know. Like me and my cousin, we'd sit in his room and just play like video games. And like he's the one that got me into like Madden and like all the old video games and like Halo and Gears of War. I think all I do in my life is watch wrestling, play video games, and watch sports. And that's about it. I guess if you want to count wrestling as a sport, I guess that kind of counts. But like,
so when.
That's what it's called, Jadis. It's called the Dodo code. You give your Dodo code. It's like a 6-digit code, and they come and hang out on your island.
No, Jalen, it's called the Doo-Doo code.
Doo-Doo, Dodo, Doo-Doo.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's the Dodo code. Yeah, so I work from home. I'm in the same spot I've been at since like 8 o'clock this morning. So I'm pushing.
Oh, really?
I work from home too, Sam. So I can agree with that.
So when I have a bunch of friends, hey, you want to hop on and we'll play something? I go, no.
Yeah, I want to leave. I need to go like move. Like that's how like I feel. Like I'm surprised. Because usually I take a break. Like at some point, like I need to stand up and like if you guys do need a break, let me know. Like I'll like you don't have to like sit here the whole So, but yeah, no, I usually take a break because like my legs hurt after a while.
Well, we only have 3 matches left, which is good.
I know.
Sam, are you keeping track on Wikipedia or something?
Yes,
I am.
What's the 3 matches left? I know it's the top.
There's 2 after this one. It's Hakeem and Big Boss Man, Snuka and Rude, and then Warrior and Hogan.
And the next 2 are less than like 6 minutes together.
And that's the biggest problem. It's like we're watching this, but the matches are so short that it's like by the time we're talking about something, the match is over. So it's like.
I like how on this WrestleMania they had the floors high, and so when they fall, like they go, wee.
That's true. That's a good point.
They did that a lot in the 90s because I remember that one on an Oli show with with Bulldog and Sean. That's what they did too. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm very. Like I said, I've never. Like I said, I heard you say it. I still, like I said, that WrestleMania 10. I've never seen that ladder match, and I'm just really. It's like one of those. Like it's like.
I do miss that Madison Square Garden entrance, but I guess they did construction over the last few years, so they don't do the short entrances anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Which ladder match are we talking about on that?
Razor and Sean Sam, the Intercontinental titles.
Is
Right.
that 10 or is that 11?
Oh,
10.
I just ordered the box set. It showed up in Wisconsin.
Oh, the figures?
I put the wrong address, so it went to my mom's house in Wisconsin. So it's in Wisconsin, but my mom sent me a picture, and it's so cool. And I'm just like, so that's part of the other reason why I'm so excited. But like, it just, I don't know.
Are you gonna open it, Tito? Or are you gonna keep it?
No, I don't open ones like that. Like I've more of less like what I kind of do is like I kind of look at what's valuable and like what's not. Like I have a lot of figures that I think are really cool, but they're like not valuable. So it's like I just open those.
I think.
Go ahead.
I listened to the major.
What were you gonna say, Sam?
No, I'll let you continue. I was going to jump back to what we were talking about with Mania 10.
Oh,
The Cardona and Myers, like they got two. Like they got one to keep in box and one to open. I'm like, why?
I mean, if I had the money, I probably would, but I don't have the money for that.
I don't either. I probably would, though. Honestly, I probably would be those people that
like. There's a lot of people that do that. Like I see, like a lot of like I have a lot of friends that are collectors, and they do that. But I don't know. Like I think about it, I'm like, well, if I have it, why do I need to open it? Like I just like
that one I keep in box, honestly.
Yeah, the boxes are so cool about it. So what were you gonna say about WrestleMania 10?
Yeah, so WrestleMania 10, I was confusing them, but yeah, that's not the ladder match. But the interesting thing about that pay-per-view, Brett opens and closes that card.
Is that the one he faces his brother?
He fights Owen at the beginning, then he fights Yokozuna for the title.
Oh, see, I didn't know that was that. I thought that one was 9. Okay.
Nope, 9.
But you said 9 was the one at Caesar's Palace. Is that the one where Hogan costs his Yoko or whatever? Okay.
That's the one where it is Yokozuna and Brett, and then Hogan comes out, and Hogan that's like I think his last title run before he went to WCW.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, as Sam said, this match is really short and it's over already. Big Boss Man picks up the dub.
Boss Man gets a WW win, but it's funny. Like I like how it's every 10 years they do either triple threats.
No. Conspiracy theory. I figured this out. I don't know if it has happened at WrestleMania 15, but every 5 years, WrestleMania 20, they had a triple threat match. WrestleMania 25, they had a triple threat match. WrestleMania 30, they had a triple threat match. WrestleMania 35, they had a triple threat match.
Yeah, you're right. Every 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Every 5 years, they've had a triple threat match at WrestleMania the last whatever years that is.
Take a double duties if they were double.
WrestleMania 15, I believe, was that WrestleMania 2000?
16.
No, that was 16. So that was 1999. Wasn't that Austin and
WrestleMania 16 was the 4-way elimination with every McMahon in each corner.
Yeah, that was 16. So what was 15?
I was trying to work
wrong.
That was 15. That would have worked out almost, but no.
Yeah.
That was Rock.
I figured that out yesterday. I was watching 25 yesterday, and I saw the John Cena, Edge, and Big Show match. I'm like, I completely forgot because I said that last week. I'm like, every 10 years they've had a triple threat match
or double duty because Brett did it at 10. No one did it at 20. Brian did it at 30. So Cody / Roman might be doing it.
What do you guys think? Like more of like to now? Did you guys think they should do that tag team match, or do you think what do you guys think they should do?
They're teasing it, so I could.
For Rock and Roman against Cody and Seth.
Yeah.
That's what they're possibly doing.
Well, if you watch that WrestleMania teaser, that's what they fucking did.
I don't know. Okay, if you do that, I'm gonna hear me out, right? I've got a fantasy book, and I feel like you're a man who likes a fantasy book.
Love fantasy.
Right?
What's up?
If you do that, you need to do something where the Rock and Roman have the Edgeworth Solo, which gives you a reason to have Stone Cold, the only man to handle the Rock, come out
at WrestleMania, right? Yeah. Well, and they were talking about that. They were saying what if Triple H? Because they were saying, obviously Triple H can't wrestle because of his pacemaker, and it's so sad that we'll never see Triple H wrestle again. But they said, what if Triple H calls in a friend, and that friend ends up being like somebody like Stone Cold or something? Because Rock's been kind of being a little.
Let's see, he wants to do what he won't say no to another match.
I mean, shit. I mean, listen, I'm all about it. I always appreciate seeing them come back, no matter what's it for or how.
Two-man power trip OG versus the new two-man power trip.
All right.
He said, "Let's do it."
Think you might be around where I'm at, Tino.
Okay, yeah, they're in the crowd right now talking to. Like,
I just left. I just finished that after Mary Tyler Moore.
yeah, so imagine that though. They're talking to you and like thinking about it like that. Like 7-year-old kid they just talked to is like now like 50 years old.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
I'm just like,
I'm a honky tonk man.
you weren't alive yet. You're young.
Yeah.
No, but like that, if they're like gonna be 50 and they were like 7, just tack on set. They're more like 40.
He said they're like 40. Yeah, probably like 40.
Wait, Tia, did you say 50?
I did say 50. I did acknowledge Lamar. We had Lamar in the house. Thank you, Lamar, coming and hanging out. I acknowledged Lamar.
He's giving you 4.
Jadis, I'm gonna fight you.
Wait, Sam, remember our joke, the Sabu? So what happened was too. So during last year's WrestleMania, like Shaq won the series. So I was trying to acknowledge him, but I didn't want to go like this, so he couldn't see the camera. So I went like this, and then Sam's like, "Why are you Sabuing?" I'm like, "I guess we're doing this now."
That's true. That you're not wrong there. That's absolutely true.
Well, I had to
Booing it.
see the camera because like if I go like this, like you can't see. I mean, it could be like Randy Orton 2015, flip people off.
I mean, hey, man, Randy Orton in 09 was a menace. How about that? Rewatching that, Matt, I fell asleep watching it, but rewatching like that storyline of him and Triple H and the McMahons and him just beating the crap out of him.
I wasn't a big fan of their match at Mania, honestly.
No, the match is not very good, but the storyline
I liked.
Yeah. Throwing them through the glass and everything. Like, and that's the biggest thing I learned because, like, what I did last year while I was watching these is I went back and watched the road to all of the WrestleManias. And a lot of the time, the road to actually getting to the match was better than the actual match. And it was like, you get excited to watch the match. Like last year, I never saw, like, Austin and Scott Hall. It was, like, the first time I ever rewatched. Like, I watched that one since I was, like, 10. And it was, like, rewatching the build and everything. Like, I was so excited. And it was, like, the match was good. But it just, so it just like, I don't know.
So, hopping over to 6 for a minute, I got a little trivia for you. There is somebody who's just before his wrestling career driving this car.
DDP.
Do you know who's driving this car?
No, I did not.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Troll? Now I got to go back and see that because I didn't even pay attention. I wasn't paying attention to the driver. I was paying attention to the girls.
Yeah, he's driving that car. That's legit his car, Tino. That he's driving.
Oh my God, that's so funny. A young Diamond Dallas Page.
He's not even okay. So to clarify, he didn't start wrestling until he was 36.
Really?
Yeah, he was an older guy when he was wrestling.
I thought he was a lot. True. That's crazy.
That's why I tell people, I go, sometimes you think you're too old to do something. You got like Diamond Dallas Page, or you got somebody like Stan Lee, who was 40 when he wrote his first comic book. So you're never too old. Never too old.
When I went to broadcasting school, in Illinois, one of the broadcasting school they had. There was a lady that was like 65 years old. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, never too old. It's like, you're never too old to do anything. Come on now. Joshua Fatu. Yeah, I think he'll probably be here sooner rather than later.
Oh, he means Jacob Fatu, doesn't he?
Or is it Jacob?
It's Jacob Fatu.
Is it Jacob? That's what I thought. I was like Joseph. Jacob. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a free agent, so.
So how do you feel about this, too? Do you guys feel the main event of WrestleMania should always be the winner of the Royal Rumble matches?
Yes.
Like last match on the card, I should say. Like, do you think Bayley deserves the main event, or do you? I just don't. Again, like I think she does, but I just don't think they're gonna give it when they have this storyline going on now.
Honestly, if they didn't do the tag title match last year, I could have seen for night one. I could have seen Ripley and Charlotte main event. Same with
that match was great too. I don't know if
that was fucking great. Out night one, that was that title match and the tag were my two favorite match of the year.
Yeah,
and honorable mention was the the men's tag match. But I mean, fuck, that's insane that Bianca's the last one to main for the women's. Because Charlotte in 2020 fucking opened, and then Becky main evented 2019, and
Yeah.
then Asuka was, I think she was middle of the show in 2018, and then this year, honestly, if they're not doing the men's tag match, I could, if like, let's just pretend like they weren't Roman and Rock and stuff, I could see Bailey Neo main event night one, but I don't think that's happening. As much as I hate saying that, but I don't think that's happening.
Well, and that's the thing. It's just like they have this storyline going that I just don't see. Like, I think Bailey deserves it, and I mean, I think everything she's saying on social media is absolutely right. She's being taken out, like she wasn't on the poster, she wasn't on the press event, all of that. But it just like again, like they have the Rock and Roman. That's what it's gonna be.
They kind of did her dirty, though. I'm not
They
gonna lie.
did again, but it's a business. I think they all understand that. I mean,
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah. Again, keep in mind we're no longer dealing with
well,
Vince. I don't know how much, and I know Trips is head of creative, but I don't know who else is involved. How much Endeavor has to say with some creative.
Yeah, well, and that's a good point. Like people were asking me questions on Monday about the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I'm like, I don't know if they'll do that this year because Triple H and all. Maybe
they'll do it on the SmackDown before Mania, so they'll probably do it on.
They might not even do like SmackDown WrestleMania like anymore. They might just, you know what I mean? They might just like that's the thing. This is the first time ever that we've not seen Vince that we don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh yeah, good point.
They might, but I'm not gonna guarantee it until I see SmackDown WrestleMania. Because you know Vince loved that, like the WrestleMania backlash or the WrestleMania nonsense, or it just like, you know. Oh shit, we got the Bushwhackers.
We had a joke going for a while when they started doing the WrestleMania backlash. I said, what's going to happen when we finally get back to Mania? Like, it'll be like WrestleMania Survivor Series, WrestleMania Royal Rumble.
Well, like, that was the thing. It's just like, keep it WrestleMania. That we like backlash. I wish they'd bring back like Judgment Day or like Taboo Tuesday or Cyber Sunday or Bad Blood or like what happened to all the like the
No Way Out?
The what?
No Way Out?
Yeah, No Way Out. Like even like Breaking Point or like, you know, like all of those were like so much better than just
King of the Ring used to be.
Yeah.
The finals were
again like the WrestleMania. Like what I talk about it all the time. Can't we just have Money in the Bank at WrestleMania? It makes life so much easier. One night for the women. One night for the men. There's Liv Morgan's moment. There's whoever the hell else you want to put in there. You put Tiffany. You put fucking all the women that don't have a match. Ta-da. Nice and simple.
Yeah, because
I agree with that.
I get they're doing the fifth. Like I get Money Bank's like the new like big pay-per-view, but I miss when they're at Mania. Like now you got 2 nights, so you could do like women's on night 1, men, or vice versa, right?
You could. So what were you gonna say? Did you say you don't like that?
No, yeah, I was agreeing with you on that. One of my least favorite things, because okay, I tell everyone the story. So part of the, I think 2006, I stopped like watching because I was 14, 15 years old. I had other things going on. It was really starting to
girls, you know, all that fun stuff.
Girls, I just a bunch of other things.
You know,
Scouts, and you know, I was active doing other things. We also didn't have cable, so we only got to watch SmackDown.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because it was on what, UP or the UPN or
CW, WB, whatever it was.
CW, man. Oh, those SmackDowns hit different. I don't know why.
So, when I came back, like,
when'd you come back watching it?
I came back when Raw came to Providence in 2016. It was when they did the brand split again.
Oh, okay. Oh, like SmackDown Live?
Yeah. No, actually, it was Raw. It was Raw. It was when they announced the general managers with Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Then I realized, I looked at the pay-per-view card, and I was like, I learned that they no longer do the unique entrances. It was like, oh, we're going to use the SmackDown entrance for like Survivor Series. Fun. You know, it was like, oh, Hell in a Cell's a pay-per-view. I guess things going to happen at Hell in a Cell. Like, it was like Money in the Bank was the same thing. Elimination Chamber was the same thing. It was almost like you knew something was going to happen because it was like placed on the calendar.
Yeah.
Where, you know, Money in the Bank, I think, is good with Mania. I think it works there. It doesn't need its own show. But like something like Hell in a Cell didn't need a pay-per-view. Guess what? We're going to drop Hell in a Cell whenever we want.
Thank God.
We can.
Yeah, I mean, again, Hell in a Cell should be used like when it was like Triple H and Batista and the Bad Blood, or like when they had series with Undertaker and I forgot who else or Batista, and then Edge came back, and like you could do like they were making a comment about like war games. Like I love war games, but if it's not necessary and you don't have a faction warfare, there's no reason to just put 8 random people in war games. You know, it's just like I don't know.
That
like,
Edge Balor one from last year was good.
Oh no, I mean yeah, I've enjoyed every one, and the fact I saw one live was even cooler. It just like I just don't think you need one every year, huh?
Which one did you see live?
I just went to the one in Chicago like 3 months ago.
Oh, for War Games. Sorry, I think I meant Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, with Pumpkin. Yeah, all that. Not yeah, that was yeah. So, but that's just it's just what I mean. Like I don't think you need that every year if there's not any type of like just like Hell in the Cell. Like keep it for like a a pay-per-view that will like Bash at the Berlin or something like that. Like have a Hell in the Cell.
That one, honestly, that's cool.
Oh, we got Jimmy Snuka.
It's Jimmy Snuka versus Richard Rude.
This one isn't in the showcase, is it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I don't know why, but
the match that is in the showcase is Warrior from next year.
That's right. That's what it is. Okay.
Or sorry, WrestleMania 5. Guys, it's
last year's one. Last year. Yeah.
Oh,
like R-Truth thought that was not Mania. That was the Royal Rumble, Jadis.
Oh, when he climbed the ladder, that was fun. Speaking of Truth, do you see him and Miz win the tag titles at Mania?
Somebody said that yesterday, and I didn't think about it until they said it. Honestly, it seems like that's the way they're leading. I think it'd be a great moment for Truth and Miz to win the title and take it off.
Their title reign skin's so stale. Like I actually can't wait for them to lose.
Because that's why, that's what I thought would happen at Chamber. I made a prediction, and I thought it'd be awesome. Truth against Judgment Day. But I think that's exactly what they're leading up to, because I could totally see R-Truth coming out of the Elimination Chamber and causing some type of issues again, like he keeps doing.
I see people saying that Truth will cost Priest when he cashes in.
That would just be so bad. That would be, oh my god. Imagine if Truth cashed in for Priest. He stole the money in the bank and he cashed in.
When do you think we see that cash in? Do you think we see it happen at Mania?
I don't know. And but the one thing I did not realize, he has until July. So I know it's July is coming up fast. We'll be here before you know it. But I mean, that's still a decent amount of time that he doesn't have to do it. But if he doesn't do it at Mania, maybe they do it at one of those special shows, or they're going to Madison Square Garden, aren't they? Because isn't that where they said they wanted Cody to finish it or whatever? Because of Dusty, like we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mad if he announces he's cashing in and then they sign it for. I would see Priest and Cody at SummerSlam.
Can we just not what's when John Cena did that? I love John Cena, but that was the dumbest thing the man ever did against CM Punk. Why didn't you just hit him in the head after the match or some shit?
Robin Dam cashed in early and then still won.
Shit. That's why I love I think that's why I love Dolph Ziggler's cash in so much, or Seth Rollins cash in.
That one's my second favorite. Seth's my favorite first one.
Yeah, honestly, I think I like Dolph's more just because Dolph was but Seth is obviously going to be there just because it was WrestleMania and everything. It was just, but that Dolph Ziggler one, I don't know. I just like when it was they come out, they do this, they do that, or even with Edge, or even when Punk did it, versus Jeff Hardy. I hated Punk for doing it, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, not all. That's what I'm thinking. If you switch it up, and I don't know when is Money in the Bank.
July
7th in Toronto.
I don't think they're having the pay-per-view anymore.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
Yeah, because they're doing SmackDown, Money in the Bank.
Oh, that's right.
Toronto.
That's right. They are. Okay, that's right. They are. Damn it. All right. Well. Okay.
And I proposed this on our Royal Rumble show. What if Cody wins the belt and we get another heist?
I mean, bro, Imagine the outburst of IWC on Twitter on Sunday night. Cody finally finishes the story. We're celebrating, and you hear this motherfucker come out and cash in. It would be like emotions through this, up and down. People, oh my god.
Well, remember, it
would be so cool though. It would be as a fan, that would be so cool to watch.
Remember, when he's talking on the first promo after he came back to WWE. He said, "There's a photo of my father holding the belt in the middle of the ring at Madison Square Garden, but he thought he won it, but he didn't."
The dusty finish was invented.
So what if like he does? I don't know. I mean, it's been how long since the heist? 9 years?
Oh God, has it really been that long?
It's been 9 years. Now,
Okay.
I'm not saying it should happen, but
God.
I'm with you on that. If you want to get everyone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs,
Well,
that's the way you
because
go.
like, and you got to think that would make everybody turn into SmackDown on Monday night, and that's the types of things. Like I just said earlier, they want to leave us talking. Like I could do a whole podcast on Monday. All of us could do a whole podcast on Monday about that. Like, and that's the thing I love about this is like whatever can happen, but this just gives us more content to talk about and more stuff to do because there's stuff going on. Like if there was nothing going on in wrestling, what the hell would we be sitting here talking about?
Yeah, and for all we know, and again, as fans, we'd probably want to see him do like, I'll say 6 months. 6 months with the title. For all we know, Cody would be like, "Man, I'll be happy. You let me pin him. I get the belt, and then somebody takes it away from me on Monday." Maybe that's what Cody wants.
Well, that's the thing. Just like the Zack Ryder moment at WrestleMania, he won. He had his WrestleMania moment, and then he lost to The Miz the following night.
Oh, people were pissed about that.
I know they were. It's always the first one I always think about when that happens.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, it's funny. Like when he said Matt Cardona,
Sami Zayn, I think, could win it though.
I could see Sami being. Well, people were saying Sami should be in the world title match.
Where is Sheamus, man? I thought he was going to come back at the Rumble. I thought
he's injured.
Man, no, I know. I
don't know. Holy fuck, we're at the main event already.
Yes,
well, I came in like halfway through, so
he said we came in halfway through.
Well, I did.
So guys, if anybody is watching with us, this is not the match. This is how they did the promos back in the day, how they do the big hype videos. They're showing stuff from what happened at Saturday. I low-key thought the match started. I was like, wait a minute.
I legit forgot Tony Schiavone commentated the 90 Rumble.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
He was with WWE for like a whole couple months.
But it was funny on his Unrestricted podcast, like when it first started, when they interviewed him. WWE offered for him to go back there. I think it was like 2019, like before AEW started up, and his wife's like, "Don't you go back there." Basically, his wife made him some of AEW, but he's like, "No, I'm gliding away though."
Man, I don't know. Somebody just made a thing about all these people coming back to WWE, and then it ends with fucking Dean Ambrose, and I'm like, why? Like, why'd you have to do that? Because I know he's not
seen that
back.
Dean Ambrose crap. I'm like, what the fuck? He's not going back.
He's not. I think he would for a Shield Hall of Fame speech. I think he would, but I think that's going to be the next time we see him.
There are some people who WWE has put such a sour taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
WWE, or whether it's Vince himself or other people there. I mean, yes, we had Sting for like a couple years, but I bet you Sting wanted nothing to do with that company. That man was the biggest star who wasn't Ric Flair outside of, from WCW.
Yeah.
Never went over. And he decided to start TNA, or, was with the beginning of TNA. And then joined AEW. So some people, they just don't want. It doesn't matter how. Oh, that would be an awesome moment. It don't matter.
And that's the thing. It's like you got to more like, and that's the thing. Like people make comments like Mercedes. Mercedes is the perfect example. Like I love Sasha. I love everything. Like I've been watching her since NXT Brooklyn when she had the match with Bayley, when they did all of that and they did everything. But as long as I'm seeing them on TV, like seeing Adam Copeland still wrestle. Like yes, he's not the greatest or whatever sometimes, and he's a little older. But it's still nice to see them like the Hardy Boys. Like the Hardy Boys can't move, maybe they shouldn't be wrestling. But still seeing them go out there and wrestle, it's still nice. So if they're on Tuesdays, Thursdays, whatever, if they're happy, who cares? Just watch it and be quiet. Like I would be more likely to watch TNA now just to see like what Nick Nemeth is doing, Dolph Ziggler and stuff. But I'm still never gonna like watch it like I do WWE. It's just again, there's just too much stuff on it. Yeah, like I'll watch it, I'll check it out, but I can't sit there and watch it like Even
I watch it on Raw. I don't watch
I'm like, Like,
Speaking of TNA, do you think they should go live instead of tape? Because apparently that's the rumors. The new president wants to try to make it go live.
you know, people ask. See, now that you ask that question, people ask me the same question because they always ask me like, "Why do you do all your shows live?" I always like doing my shows live because I like interacting with people. Like the taped ones are great and all because then I can do whatever, but like it just doesn't get the same. So like being live, I feel like would be better because then they can like, you know, because they're trying to build like a certain audience, and I think it would just be a good way to do it. But again, like the taped ones have to be done, just like SmackDown next week. They got to be done because it's in Australia, or like NXT they just taped.
Well, the flight's like to Australia. I think they said it's like 22 hours. I think they said.
Nah,
that was a full day, but it's a long ass flight. But
no, I cannot. I
Better
cannot.
be ready, Ethan, because when we decided to do Wrestle Kingdom one year,
It's so. Is this the one that Hulk Hogan or not Hulk Hogan? This is the one Andre. Ultimate Warrior. Third time's the charm. Ultimate Warrior runs down to the ring, and that's like that moment that they always show where it's like he's running. Okay.
Yeah, they just showed it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like,
I like how for the whole night they did the cards. It says for Hogan and the Warrior. They're like the only two that walk.
oh yeah,
that is true. I just noticed that.
They're the only two who walked. Everybody
That's
else.
right. Yeah, that's right. Because they don't have the.
well,
Okay.
Ultimate Warrior was supposed, has this like I'm a psychopath full of energy, so he ran. Hulk Hogan, you need to really soak in the moment of that man walking down there.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I don't know if you guys know this. After running, Ultimate Warrior wanted to pretty much do like 5 or 10 minutes, and Hogan's like, absolutely not. I don't care that you're gassed. We're doing this.
Really?
I did read that. I heard about that. Yeah,
I
he
did
ran.
not. That's fun fact.
Well, Hogan talked about, and we all know Hogan bullshits a lot, but this one I could actually believe him. The rare time I actually could believe him on this one, he was like, "Yeah." Warrior went up to me. He said, "Yeah, I want to do like 5 to 10 minutes." And Hogan's like, "Yeah, fuck no, we're going." I think this went like 20 minutes. Sam, didn't it?
It says 25 on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I could see that. This was fun to play on Showcase, by the way. This match, this was one of the fun ones to play on Showcase. Tino.
On 2K14 or this year?
14.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen this one before.
And they did it. I think they did it on 2K15 too. I think. Oh, Tio's coughing. By the way, Sam, they did. They put the brackets out for the women's TV title tournament, Ring of Honor.
Nice.
I'll send it to you one sec.
Alba is replacing Chauncey tomorrow. Yes, she is after Chauncey got hurt on Tuesday.
Yeah, so Selena was supposed to face Naomi, but Naomi is now facing Alba Fire, and Selena's taking Shotzi's spot. And then the two losers are going to Monday to compete in this like battle royal bullshit.
Word.
Where like
So, I walked away. All right.
Bye, Tito.
So people who are watching, I find it fascinating, especially with everything that has happened over the years. This is, I think, a good example of like you see Hogan at his prime and why he is professional wrestling during this period. Like nobody was bigger than Hogan. My parents tell me they saw Hogan at the Boston Garden in the late 80s, like a year or two before this, and they were like, he came out, the garden was going to fall. Like this man was on fire at a level that very few people outside even wrestling today, I think, touch.
Yeah.
Didn't Hogan win that year? He won the 90 Rumble.
Wait, why do they both have? Wait, so wait, is this like winner take all?
Yeah. It was a title for title, but back then, whoever won this
had
the
to
IC title would get dropped.
Oh.
So yes, winner take all, but they don't get to have both belts. They only get the world title.
Oh, yeah, I think they did a tournament for this, didn't they? Because I think Rude won it. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I don't remember, but
okay.
Yeah, title for title, the Ultimate Challenge. Ultimate Warrior was also big. Hogan was huge. I mean, this main event.
So is this match kind of like Rock Hogan then in a way?
It's very similar. There's not a lot.
Got you.
One throws a punch, the place explodes.
Yeah, and that's what it kind of seems like this is like the first one to have like the two big like like stars, you know what I mean? Like where like Rock and Roman is like the match everybody wanted and now nobody wants it, or like Cody and Roman, or you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I mean, you could argue that him and Andre were.
yeah. Well, oh yeah, true. That's right. I don't know why I just slipped my mind. That's right. Andre and Hogan, number 3. Duh.
But during this time period, and not to knock Macho Man, but Ultimate Warrior, with the short time he had, he blew up. He was a big thing.
Imagine if Hogan won the Intercontinental title.
Like, think of it. Like the star power they had, like here, is like kind of ridiculous. Like like from like Rude and like Savage and Warrior and Hogan and Andre still kind of there. It's just like is this what they called the golden age of wrestling? Like how like it's the ruthless aggression. So like okay,
yeah, and then the new generation I think came in like 95 or something.
So what's like the first WrestleMania? Like is it 12 where it's like Shawn, Brett, Austin?
I would say it was
like
I would say 10.
It was 10. So remember, I would put the golden years 1 to 9.
Okay.
Hogan is there. I mean, granted, Hogan wasn't so much in 9, but the transition starts to happen, and Brett's main eventing. Hogan comes out. Yokozuna's big. WrestleMania 10 is the first one without Hogan. And
is it? Okay. See, I was looking for that. I was trying to think about that. So that's the first one without Hogan. Okay.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I think actually Savage is in that 10. I might be wrong, because by that point, that's what Vince is like.
Yeah, Savage was that because he had that weird false count where you had to pin your opponent and then you had to get back in the ring by a minute or you lost.
Yeah, so
he had to have a crush.
So I would say if you want to like at least the first, I don't know, 25, I would say 1 to 9 golden, 10 to 13 new generation, 14 to about 18 attitude, 19 to probably 23, 24
ruthless
aggression.
Yeah, because I'm on like 25 now, and that's kind of like where I feel like it was like
you feel changes.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like the feel like of like because like I said, I started watching like when I started 1, I started 16 on my own. So like I like now that you say that, like that's exactly what it feels like. You could like feel the change from like when like Cena came at WrestleMania 20, and then he's main eventing with JBL, and then he's facing Triple H. You know what I mean? And then it's
well,
and it's like
look at 38 to 39. All right. Vince has his paw still inside 38. 37, 38. COVID's still coming down. 39 last year's, I thought both nights were incredible.
Yeah, I definitely think night 1 was better. But night two was definitely like that's what I'm saying. Like both nights. Like I feel like when I like if I ever do get like say like I hope I'm still doing Tino's time and like that point. Like I feel like I would do those like separate because like they were so good that like I would want to like take, you know what I mean, because they're both 3 hours, but I'm not sitting here for 7 hours watching 2 nights. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, and that's the one thing I kind of like about 2 nights is like you could kind of like define them on their own. Well, like night 1 was like the Bloodline. The Usos lost their titles, that amazing tag team match. We had Charlotte, Rhea. We had Cena. Like the fact that Cena opened WrestleMania last year and nobody was talking about John Cena
I did not like that match at all.
I mean, I didn't, but I don't know. Like I said earlier, I always just like seeing these guys wrestle. But yeah, John Cena looked white. He just did not look that,
I did my top 30 matches this year for last year, Tino, and number 3 was the Intercontinental Triple Threat match.
Which one?
Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus.
Yeah. Oh, that's like it. Just that
was my WWE match of the year last year. Honestly, that's what Scott said too. Because Bedlam says like pick one. I'm like fuck.
Honestly, if you take away like the Bloodline match and all that, I think that might have been very well like the best match of last year's WrestleMania. Like Logan and Seth was good, but like that match was just like.
So last year from that Mania, I had like match of the year was basically the last 2 matches of night 1, and then from night 2 I had Edge and Balor. Seth and Logan, and the main event, even though I hate the ending.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, yes, I hated the ending, but like that match was just, it was still so good. And it's like
Cody fucking Clucky someone threw a rubber chicken.
He's so bad. Once I found out that's where the chicken was from, it took me a minute. I was like, where the hell is this goddamn chicken from? And I figured out, I'm like, that's so great. But again, like, and it's so funny because, like, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but there's times where, like, somebody wins a match and I'm like, it's the greatest match ever. But if somebody loses, it's like, I never want to watch this match again.
Yeah, there are definitely times.
Like, for a long time, I was the guy that would not watch matches that did not have John Cena winning. So John Cena had to win or I hated the match. But then I finally realized, I'm like, but there's some good-ass matches that he lost.
There is something, and I bring this up, and we've talked about this over and under the sun when it happened. So obviously we remember how last year's main event night 2 ended.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were the people, you were there in the front lines in the IWC watching them lose their minds.
Who, me? Yeah. Well, I kind of
Oh, you went last year, Ethan?
What?
You went last year?
I just meant like on Twitter and on X.
Like on Twitter, like at the podcast, yeah.
Watching everyone lose their mind when Cody lost.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was live for it, bro. The chat was, it was,
So
yeah, you were. I think I seen it. I think I scrolled up and I took a quick look at your chat. And,
people.
Bro, I think you were gonna have a fucking ride or fist fight. That was real life.
It's just like
bullshit.
The thing that didn't sit well with me
was
watching it, because I liked everything about that match. I loved everything about it. And I wasn't even bothered that Roman won. The thing that bothered me, and it wasn't even that Solo had interfered. It was what happened within the matter of like 30 seconds.
Oh, he got kicked out and then he fucking showed up again.
Where he got kicked out, and then he assists, and then he hides, and as soon as that bell rings, he's right back on the mat.
Yeah.
You just ignore that. So for me, something like that would have been, if it's tainted like that, that's where it gets me. But I'm not like very, very picky about, I try to be open-minded. I try to be like, okay, what's going to happen? What can we do with this? Could this become the greatest storyline of all time? Despite me wanting maybe said person to win.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like sometimes, and that's the thing I've noticed too. Like if you rewatch these, and I'm sure, like, have you noticed that they do a lot of the same things where it's like maybe it's like a little bit, but like kind of like with The Rock and Cena, where like they set it up at 27, and then we saw the match at 28, and then we obviously saw again at 29. But it's like sometimes they take like a full year to like build, and they think like Rock and Roman. I think we see Rock and Roman next year, one of the nights, in a match with each other to finally end the Bloodline storyline.
Someone said they should bring poor Cody when he loses again because Jacob Fought 2 interferes.
Well, somebody's like, I think that would be so cool to bring, like, not for that reason, but I think it'd be so cool to bring him and like have him be involved, because that would be like,
he's trying to
think about this. Like when this rivalry all started, Solo was in NXT. And Solo was a North American champion. Like, people forget that this man was a champion in NXT and everything. And it's like, and it's just like it's crazy how long this thing has actually been going on for now.
This is the thing. So, if you do something, you can't have Cody lose again.
No.
Billy goes crazy whether their football team wins or loses.
Bro, do you remember that Royal Rumble? When Roman lost or when Roman won, shit, they were about to throw shit at people.
Yeah, Philadelphia's not a they're a very violent bunch.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the big you're absolutely right. If Cody does not win, I don't know what they're doing. I got no idea.
So you see, as like, I don't know how far into this match we are. But listen, like this crowd, after 3.5 hours, is just
still going.
Bananas.
Hogan won that year, the 90 run, didn't he, Sam? I think he did.
So that was going to be my question. So was WrestleMania 3 the first one to have the winner of the Royal Rumble? Because I know Jim Duggan won.
No, it was Yokozuna. That's when they started doing the main event. Because when he won, he was the first.
Gotcha. Okay.
To add the, because I think Hogan was champion when he won.
See, because I was thinking about that. I'm like, when is that? And it's funny that you just said that how far we are into this match. I feel like this match is going like very fast, but it's actually been very good. And I don't know if it's just because it's the main event or because it's the match that we still talk about, but I don't know.
So Hogan did win this year's and the years prior. I mean,
Yeah, he was the
in
first.
1991. He won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he was the first one to do back-to-back.
Oh, I know. Oh, man. Ugh. The back-to-back.
Cody's the fourth one to do it since Stone Cold.
I know. When they first said that, I was like, when I was thinking about it, I'm like, wait. I'm like, but Batista's 1-2, Randy's 1-2, Cena's 1-2. And then they said back-to-back, and I'm like, oh. I was like, wait. I'm like, but there's been more people to win 2 more Royal Rumble.
Yeah, no, but they mean back-to-back. But yeah, he joins the 2-time winner club. He joins.
I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, then they said back-to-back. I'm like, okay, that's right.
Breaking tying Stone Cold. Or do you
Stone
think
Cold is the only one who has 3.
Yeah, can you see him tying that, or do you think that's?
I hope not next year. I mean, maybe he wins another one, but I don't know.
I can't see Cody 3-peating.
I think next year it should be somebody like an LA Knight or somebody that, like, I don't know, somebody like that, or like Mello if he's up, or Braun maybe, or I don't know.
LA Knight is on fire. There's no way he doesn't have a title.
Somebody said that he wasn't, and the fact that, and it's like people are so worried, but they do not. I don't think that they realize that they're slow building, most likely, to Logan Paul and LA Knight to WrestleMania for the U.S. title, and LA Knight's going to walk out of WrestleMania with a championship.
Yeah, and people.
The
other thing with LA Knight, he's not young either.
No, and I think people forget about that too. Like they forget that he was Eli Drake. He was, like even somebody said they're like, "Who's Max Dupree?" I'm like, "You really don't remember watching the Maximum Male Models with me on the live stream?" I'm like, "That was LA Knight." They're like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's why everybody like because like I watched him in NXT." He was the $1 million champion. He had that great rivalry with Ted DiBiase. He was Cameron Grimes was his butler. So it was like when he came in as SmackDown as Max Dupree, all I kept saying was LA Knight and all the things, and everybody was like, "What is that?" And now it's so funny. Like a year later, everybody loves him, and they all forget that he was in NXT. And it's like, well, that's why I always tell people, I'm like, you may not want to watch it, but you got to watch NXT sometimes because.
It baffles my mind the amount of people that don't watch NXT.
It's disgusting.
Or if they do, they trash. It's like, bro.
Just like, again, there's a lot of things that aren't good, but it's like you see, like, that's why, like, I talk about Karrion Kross all the time, and people are just starting to talk about him. But it's like, I've known Karrion Kross being NXT champion, him having those great rivalries, having those great matches, or like when somebody made comments about Keith Lee when he came in to Raw. It's like, you don't remember Keith Lee being the first double champion. You don't remember him beating Adam Cole. You don't remember him in War Games. You don't remember him at Survivor Series with Roman.
Especially that time, 2017, 18, 19, 20.
Right before the pandemic is when it was
They were hot.
COVID killed everything, man. If COVID didn't happen, man, who knows what would have happened.
Even like up until I'd say when Adam Cole left. I'm going to give a lot of credit to Adam Cole here, but like that whole period, that brand was so hot. I didn't care to watch WrestleMania or SummerSlam half the time. I was like, dude, takeover's happening.
Oh, bro, I remember because I also went to that War Games that weekend of Survivor Series. They had that, like they had the War Games for NXT, and then the next night it was Survivor Series. And me and my friend, we were like, we enjoyed NXT more than we enjoyed SmackDown, Raw, or even Survivor Series a little bit and obviously NXT being involved in Survivor Series was dope, but that War Games match and just the way they, like the feel that when you were in the stadium for NXT at the time was just, it felt like I felt like I was at like an older show, and I've never went to an older show. I've just heard people being at an older show. It just, oh man, it makes me so, and people need to realize it's never going to get back to that. We just gotta appreciate for what it was. When
NXT, Tino, this past Tuesday.
What?
NXT.
Did I watch it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Wolf Dogs are the champs. I'm so proud.
He said the Wolf Dogs.
Well, they kept teasing Corbin said they haven't won in 6 years. Like, yeah, Corbin's winning.
Yeah, I mean,
they kept
I just don't know what they do with Braun now. Is he going to stay on NXT? Is he going to SmackDown? Is he going to do double duty? I don't know what they're doing.
What did you see? Well, I don't know. I can see, honestly, I think Braun should go to SmackDown, if I'm being honest.
I think it would be real. I think it's. I don't. I think it'll be interesting, but I feel like what they're most likely going to do is keep him till Stand and Deliver.
I can see him after Stand. I think Carmelo needs to after he finishes his thing with Trick too.
Yeah, that's what you have. The Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania. You have one show up on one, and you have the other show up on the other. Because again, Hogan's going to be gone, Roman's going to be gone, Seth's going to take a break. There's going to be people that need to replace people. We're going to have Sam show up with his big muscles. Yeah, see that? There we go. You could be a bodyguard.
I'm 5'2". I don't think I'd be a good bodyguard.
He said I'm 5'. I should really. You're like the same height as me.
We're all the same height. Are you going to NXT, Sam, or no?
Scott and I, we still got to continue discussing the.
Scott said he's going to try to if Carmelo and Trick is on the show, which it's probably going to be. But it's in the afternoon, though. Well, for me, be afternoon. For you guys,
it's 11:30 here. What type of nonsense is that, bro? Literally, that weekend is going to be so tiring.
You know, last year, remember in California, they had a fucking breakfast time. It was like 10 or 10 a.m. for them.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, we can't fully complain. Well, for me, it's afternoon.
And as we said earlier, they're moved up to WrestleMania time. So WrestleMania now starts at 4 o'clock with the pre-show.
No, I think the main show starts at 7 Eastern.
Then later times and, like, struggling to stay up.
Yeah.
Shit, like I said, like 9 o'clock for, like, Raw. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, but I'm, like, sitting here like this. Like, I'm fucking tired. Like, there's nothing going on. I'm just like, you know.
Yeah, I scroll on Twitter. Sometimes if your live pops up, I see it, and sometimes like when you're like, yeah, and the next thing you're this, I'm like,
it's just like, it's just like sometimes, man, it's just like again, like it's a good show, but there's just like I can't, like,
bro, it ends at midnight for me here, so it's like 10 o'clock at night for you.
Fuck. Yeah, I cannot. I don't know. That's why, like, it just hit me. Like, it makes sense why Steve, like SCW Steves, and all the people in the like UK like love like. When they had like Clash at the Castle or whatever, because they felt like it was like a night pay-per-view, because usually it's like 4 a.m. for them. So like it's gonna be like 9 a.m. and for them for the Elimination Chamber, they're gonna be like, hell yeah. Shit.
That's Scott's in fucking England right now.
I mean, if we were on the West Coast, it would start at midnight. We would just have a lot of Red Bull.
I mean, if it started at midnight, I could do midnight. I'm up till 2 a.m. anyway, but like this 3 a.m., I gotta like, I'm like half asleep sometimes, and like, you know.
Well, that's why I'm trying to wait till after it airs live, because I don't want to be like watching and like be half asleep. You know what I mean? I know.
I'm just gonna sleep all day tomorrow and just sleep my day away, and then just wake up and act like it's the morning. I told my mom, I'm like, I'm gonna go get like food. I'm gonna have it all ready. I'm gonna eat lunch like it's or breakfast like it's not lunch. I'm gonna go get like breakfast.
So
heat it up, you know, shit.
That was the good thing about '92 SummerSlam in that time period, because that was filmed and then it was.
Oh yeah, they aired it a week after, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was on tape delay, and unless you were traveling and you knew people, I bet you it was tough to find the results of it back in '92. Whereas now you couldn't do it on tape delay. By the time,
I think that's why wrestling as kid, being a fan of wrestling as a kid is so much better because you're not on social media. Like I remember watching like WrestleMania 22, 23, and like thinking it was the greatest thing in all time. But now that I think about it, it's like there was probably stuff going on that I just obviously was too young to think about. And I didn't look up the results. I just thought that, you know, John Cena and Shawn Michaels had a great WrestleMania 23 match. I didn't know maybe the Triple H or like how Randy Orton showed up late to his one match with Taker at 21 or whatever.
21,
I was thinking about just them having a good match. And it's crazy how much the internet has ruined that, where like you could find out like the results, like SmackDown. You could find the results for SmackDown or NXT after they tape it. It's just like, you know, damn internet. 2. Kick out. Kicked out. Kicked out. We got 8 minutes left, guys. Or 6 minutes left. I did the math wrong. 6 minutes left. Almost done here.
We got 3:17.
Something like that. Yeah.
3:20. Well, the reason I got longer times because you guys had Peacock.
Man, I'm gonna sign into Ethan's WWE Network so I can watch that. I'm sure if I looked it up, I'm sure I could find it.
NordVPN.
get a VPN and be able to watch it.
Man,
That's weird that they cut. I mean, I kind of get why, but that's weird how they kept it on network, WWE Network for me, and then fucking you guys were like, yeah, fuck you. But I think Sam's right though. It's probably because of the NBC Universal.
yeah. I didn't think about that. That's very true. It should be interesting to see what they can do and cannot do on Netflix and how they update Netflix. Because Netflix, they were talking about Netflix having like a live section now. Like, why does Netflix need a live section?
Well, that's another thing that was talked about with like. So one of the reasons I came across this yesterday because I hadn't heard anything about the AEW TNT relationship, and it sounds like there might be a Disney Time Warner, Warner Brothers Discovery deal where they're going to have all their live sports.
That would be interesting.
So that might include AEW.
Yeah. Shit, I've been saying AEW should just go on Max. Like, I pay for Max already. Just put it all on Max. Like,
yeah, they need to get a streaming because I want to watch pay-per-views, but I'm not paying $50 bucks for it.
No. I've done it once, and it was the worst $50 I've ever spent in my life. I was so pissed. This is bullshit. I thought AEW was different, and then it ended the same way. Because, if you go back and watch a lot of the old pay-per-views, a lot of them ended in, no disqualification, or, you just have to go and watch the Raw to find out what happened. So it's like, why are we paying for these $50 pay-per-views just to have all these bullshit finishes?
Which pay-per-view was that, if you don't mind me asking?
Which one?
Which pay-per-view was that you paid the $50 for?
It was... It was the one with the chip. The casino chip. Oh, Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing, or Face of Revolution.
It was one of the Double or Nothings. It might have been the first or second one. I forgot which one it was. I always just remember the chip. But yeah, no, it was Double or Nothing. I forgot. It was one of the first two because it was right before I started covering AEW on the channel.
I wonder if it was the second one because the first one.
Okay, maybe it was because the first one wasn't it might have been the second one. Because the first one wasn't on pay-per-view, was it?
Yeah, it was. The first one was on pay-per-view. It was in LA. It was in 2019. The following year they had to do it at Bailey's place. Yeah, it was 2020. And Ultimate Warrior picks up the win. Except I didn't see how it happened. So of course, as usual in my life, I gotta go back and watch it because this is what I do on a daily basis. Oh, okay. So he just power slam okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. See, I didn't know it. Anyway, Ultimate Warrior picks up the dub. Then he walks out as your WWF champion. Speaking of that, Ethan, did you see that they were going to allow the blood spatter on the game now, and that the face?
Yeah, I did. I did.
The thing coming off is going to be the coolest thing to see for Ultimate Warrior and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I did see that.
Both ways.
All right.
Well, that's how we end the show. Ultimate Warrior on top. So, guys, we'll be back here next week for another retro.
Did you guys want WrestleMania stats right quick for main events before we go?
Whoa. What do you got? I love the stats.
So, Hogan has 8 main events. Triple H has 7. I'm counting Roman's right now. So, just give me 1 sec. I'll count
Roman since 31 to now.
One sec. I'll get the grand total. Give me 1 sec before we go.
Hey, there we go.
4.
So, Sam, I want to say thank you, bro, for coming and hanging out all episode long, staying for all 3 hours. I appreciate it. If you want to start telling everybody what you got going on, where to go follow you and all that good stuff while Ethan finds the stats.
Yeah, so guys, if you don't already do so, please make sure you follow us on X. You can find Above the Ring. On myself, my personal one is the SLB Official. And like I said, we just launched our new podcast, entertainment or media network, Bedlam Media, which where I also do my solo show, Uncle Sam's Static Kaleidoscope. This panel born no comments being read. What a solid comment. Thank you very much, Elvis.
Jadis, shut up. Jadis, no talk. See, this is the thing. We don't listen to Jadis here. Jadis is just here because Jadis. Yeah.
All right, I got all the stats, but I'll wait till Sam finishes.
Go ahead, Sam.
So you can find us on everything. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Just look for us. Listen to us. It's great. We're gonna have to do this again. We'll have to chit chat a little more.
Yes,
I know. Let me know, man, and send me the links, and I'll put them in the description so it's easier. And Ethan, if you want to do the same. So, Ethan, what stats you got? And then if you want to tell everybody where they can find you, if you want to have,
I'll do the promotions first, and then I'll get to the Good old WrestleMania stats. So you can follow me on Twitter, wrestling_fan_9. Like Sam said, you can follow us on ATR, where me and Sam do Rising Sun, and Scott when we do NXT stuff. Also on Facebook page, I do a lot of Japan stuff, New Japan, All Japan, Noah,
Oh, you
Stardom,
have a Facebook page too? True.
all above the ring, yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
then basically, and then follow me everywhere. But that's pretty much it. But so WrestleMania stats: Hulk Hogan has 8 main events. Triple H has 7. Now, if Roman does main event 40, like just night 2, he will tie with Hogan with 8. Now, if he does night 1, like let's say the tag match is official,
So does that count?
Technically, that counts. Yeah.
I was gonna say, does that count as because I don't know. I think that should count as one.
Well, they count same as they when after the Raw After Man when they say Owens comes out, like remember with Stone Cold when he made it night 1, that they say he made event in WrestleMania night 1.
That's true. That's true.
So if Roman does do double duty, which I doubt honestly, but they do, just to be safe. Technically, if he does one night, then he ties with Hogan with most. If he doesn't, like if he does double duty, then technically he beats him by a night.
I mean, hey, we'll have to wait and find out. But Ethan, I want to thank you for coming on, bro. Definitely have to do something. And like I said, guys, if you ever have anything you want me to come on for or anything, I'll always figure out a way. So I appreciate both of you coming on and hanging out. And guys, we're done here for today for the WrestleMania. We'll be back here for another one tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, I'm sorry. Next week. But we'll be here tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown, guys. So you guys know where to go. We'll be here 7 o'clock with Lamar. Back with Lamar. Lamar will be back here, the man of the 10K. We'll allow him back here. So, guys, go and do all that. Make sure you come and hang out. But make sure you also go follow the social medias. Go and hit that like button, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe on the road to 1,700. Thank you to Ethan. We are now 4 away. So, if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button. And lastly, guys, turn that notification button on. So, you know, we do go live tomorrow night for Friday Night SmackDown. Guys, have a great rest of your Thursday night. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for SmackDown. Go check out the boys on ATR and Bedlam Media. Go and check them out and have a great one, guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday night, and I'll see you all tomorrow here for Friday Night SmackDown.